party. We're not opening any secrets here today. So please let us focus. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us. For those people who have not heard your voices, we'd really love to over the course of today's party. What is a vision board party? Really, a vision board party is where we just come together, where you're able to set goals for the year or set goals for a period of time. And usually we're supposed to have, a lot of pencils, newspaper cutouts, magazine cutouts where you can use to visualize, the goals that you have set. But we'll be working on that, over the course of today's meeting. Today we may just only be able to set those goals. And so that's what we're all here for. I'm your host for today. My name is Jennifer. Some people call me Jenny. Some people call me Joker. Some people call me Jay. Some people call me Babe. What else? I'm not going to add any other names. I have never checked my HIV status. I am ashamed to say. And despite the fact that in all the meetings I host, I'm always asking this question. So this is the year, my first goal to check my HIV status. This is the year I am checking my HIV status before February runs out. COVID, half vaccinated, not gotten my full vaccination yet. Something unique about me. I don't know what is unique about me.
Yeah?
What is unique about me? Woo, that's a lot of music.
Right.
Something unique about me. What is unique about me, my Grace?
Everything.
Then it's no longer unique.
No, it's about you now, yeah?
About me, okay. I think I really enjoy kimonos. Let me just use that. Something I can see. I really enjoy kimonos. I love comfortable clothes. Makes me feel like I can be so much more productive that way. So yeah, I can rock kimonos every day for a full year. Don't challenge me to do that, but yeah, that's something unique about me. In the chat box, you can just chip in. Yes, I change accents. I change accents, especially when I listen to a movie. Once I hear a movie or I watch a movie in a different language or a different, trust me to speak in that accent. Really smooth. So yes, let me not go into deep. Today is not about me, it's about you. In the comments, in the chat box, you can please just share with us one word for your expectations today. What do you expect to happen in this party? What do you expect to take away from this party? Just share with us your expectations for today. Going into the meat of the meeting, we're going to start by reviewing our year 2021. What was good about the year for you? What was bad about the year for you? And what's one lesson you can take away from last year? This is the point where you start to write, in your journals, in your writing pads, in your jotter pads. What was good about the year for you? What was bad about the year for you? And what's one lesson that you can take away from 2021? If you'd like to share, you can just signify and let me know. I'm just going to be highlighting and giving a few, opening the floor for people to share, and then just giving insights. Okay, so I'm seeing some messages coming in already. Some people want to take away clarity from today's meeting. Some people are talking about, okay, about our voice. Okay. Someone wants to just rub minds in today's meeting. We can also, if you'd like to share, you can just also let me know. Just signify, in the chat box by letting me know what was good about 2021 for you. What was so spectacular about the year? If there are some things you could, take away from 2021 that was really good, what was it? What was bad about the year for you? What didn't you enjoy, last year? What didn't you, what do you wish could have been different? And then what is one lesson that you can take away from 2021? Something that you don't want to forget. If you're done writing, you can also let me know so that when we have more people, we can move on to the next item. Margaret, do you want to share anything about
last year?
Yes, the good, the bad,
The lesson.
Any one of each.
The good. The good last year would have been the year before last year. I had some goals, particularly.
Can we still hear my grace? Can everyone hear my grace?
You can always.
Do we still have people here? Okay. We can hear. Okay. Alright.
So I had some goals in 2019 that I couldn't finish.
Okay.
Not that they were not. I wouldn't say I couldn't accomplish because I couldn't finish them.
Okay.
So in the beginning of 2020, I did a kind of review, a juggle of how I could get those goals done. And it actually worked. That was very good in 2019. In 2021, I had a lot of goals that had to do with skills. And interestingly enough, I think I was able to actually crush them.
Nice.
I had three very, very particular goals that had to do with skills in my field and also in my career, and all came out very, very good. I do thank God for that.
Great.
The bad 2021 was, it had a ripple effect of 2020. It was quite slow somehow, especially when you came to actually even achieving goals, especially.
Okay.
Such that up until the last week of 2021, I was still working on. I was
working
on
goals.
The last of my goals, just trying to see like can we do this, and
okay.
I actually adds up to the lesson. One of the biggest lessons I learned last year is that you can't actually afford to give up until this is what it means. Don't give up on that's what there's no end of the end or something like that.
It's not over until it's over.
It's not over until it's over.
It's not over until
that
fat lady sings. It's not over until
One interesting good also was that I was able to push one of my brothers into tech.
Okay.
By force.
Is that interesting for you or interesting for him?
Interesting for me because I had given up on
in that
trying to push them in that regard.
Okay.
And I think I actually even prayed about it. Interestingly enough, and then sometime in November, the guy just came to me and said, this particular, and I gave him John. And the boy is I don't know, maybe it's called genius. In less than a month, that man was done with 70% of what
I had given him
to learn. That was quite surprising.
Fantastic.
I'm good.
Great. Is anybody else writing? Anybody else want to join? Anybody else want to share? The good, the bad, the lesson of 2021. Let's just take some time to assess that. Are we writing though? Even if you're not sharing, just let us know that you're engaging with this, you're taking notes, you're scribbling and itemizing what's important for you, from 2021 up to this moment. Okay. Okay, we're writing, definitely taking notes. Yes, writing. Great. So is it okay for me to go to the next slide? Have you looked at your 2021 in review? We have so much to do today and we have limited time. We're just going to make room for Adetayo. Fumito is writing. Fumito, your name is Fumito, right? Not your surname. Just to be clear. I can't unmute. Yes, her name is Fumito. Okay, alright. Okay. Fantastic. Great, okay. So can we go on to the next bits of I hope we have taken our 2021 in review. We're not going to be spending too much time on 2021 because our goal is, to face ahead. But we have to know where we're coming from. So that's why we're reviewing 2021, looking at what worked for us, what didn't work, and what we could take away from that year. Okay, so I'll just be going to the next slide. So in today's meeting, we're going to be really talking about the areas of our life, various areas of our life. These are the areas of life that we'll be setting goals in. There are areas that Some people who know me are familiar with, or some people who have undergone either coaching or talking to somebody who is in the personal development space. These are the areas of life we really want to, they really form the majority of our lives. So if you didn't know where or the areas you wanted to set goals in before, this is a good, tool to use. The first one is friendship and social network. We're going to be talking about self-esteem. We're going to be looking at fun, recreation, and rest, because you definitely need to take some time out from all of the work you're doing. And of course, there's work, career, and business. There is energy, passion, and power. There is spirituality and security. We have achievement and success. We have peace and contentment. We have home and family. We have relationship and marriage. We have health and wellness. We have money, finance, and wealth, which I know a lot of people are really psyched about. But we're not going to be looking at one without the other. So we're going to be setting goals in all areas, every area that we have highlighted here today. So next, we're going to look at our guidelines. So our guidelines today are SMART. Our guidelines are SMART. We're going to be making sure that our goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. I use a picture of this cute girl with the cupcake because I feel like it will be a very prime example to highlight how smart our goals can be. So for example, look at it like you want to bake cake, right? You want to bake a chocolate cake, okay? And you want to be smart about it. Hello Falagbade, thank you for joining us. We introduced ourselves, and now we're talking about the areas of life we want to focus on for goal setting, and also what makes our goals smart. So quickly, I'm just going to be highlighting, talking about smart goals. Cupcake or a chocolate cupcake is the example because, okay, so you want to bake a cake. That's your goal. You want to bake a chocolate cake, or you want to bake a cake. Let's say you want to bake a cake. You will be specific in saying you want to bake a chocolate cake. That is very specific. Measurable would be to say that you want to bake 6 chocolate cupcakes. That is measurable, right? You can measure it. You would know when you have baked 6. If you are baking 21, you know that you have gone beyond what you actually aimed for. Achievable. Is a cake realistic for you? Is there chocolate in your country or in your continent? If there's no chocolate in your continent, in as much as you can import chocolate from another continent or from another country, is it realistic or achievable within the time you're going to be setting or you're going to be baking that cake? For example, you want to bake a cake by Sunday. Realistic, also within that time frame. It's not that you are baking an imaginary cake. Nobody can feel it, nobody can smell it, nobody can touch it, nobody can eat it. Is it something that can interact with any of your 5 senses or 6 senses? 5 senses. Your 6th sense is you saying you can do it or you've done it when really you don't know if you've done it. And also time bound. So do you want to bake a cake by Monday 6 p.m.? So baking a cake is a goal. But making the goal smart is saying that you want to bake 6 chocolate cupcakes by Sunday 5 p.m. So that is, you've covered specificity, you've covered the fact that it can be measured, you've covered the fact that it can be achieved, you've covered the reality of it, and you've ensured that it is time bound. Not just saying, I'm going to bake 6 chocolate cakes, I am going to do it. No. When are you going to do it? When do you aim for doing it? Alright? Okay, welcome Edmond. Good to have you here. Just talked about setting SMART goals. So now we're going to get into the actual goal setting. If you're here, send in an emoji in the chat box. If you're still with us, send in a message. Just let us know that we're still here. Can we have music on the down low? Just something soothing that we can hear quietly. Because we're supposed to be dancing actually. I feel like I want to be dancing while setting goals. Okay, so the first goal we're setting is in the area of Thank you, thank you. I'm seeing messages. I'm seeing messages. I'm seeing your messages. Thank you. Fantastic. Great, great. I'm not alone. Or we are not alone. The first goal we're setting is in the area of self-esteem. And I'm just going to be calling out these life areas, right? I'll be calling out the life areas. I'll be asking questions that could help you set goals in that area. But basically, I want you to look at, that area of your life and look at, okay, how well can you, or what goals you want to set in that area, okay? So the first is self-esteem. What do you do very well? What goal would you like to set that has to do with your self-esteem? Do you want to increase your self-esteem? Do you want to keep the energy you are maintaining right now? What would you like to be different about you concerning your self-esteem, if at all? So questions like, what do you do well? What is one thing you can do to make yourself proud every single day? What is one thing you can feel that will contribute to your self-esteem, that will make you feel proud every single day? And then, do you have situations that make you nervous? Can you highlight situations that make you nervous? Things that make you feel like, I'm not on top of my game at this time. Now, if you do have such situations, what can you do to improve those situations or ensure that you don't have those situations anymore? So I'm just going to give you a few minutes to set goals in your self-esteem. If you have questions, please feel free to unmute your mics. Talk to us about it in ways that we can help, or that you want us to weigh with you, that you want us to look at with you. And we'll just get the music going a bit, Okay? Alright. Where's our music, my boys?
You said something soothing.
Yeah, or just the same what we're doing with, but maybe
That
very
was
low.
not
We need some low music.
This music is very network dependent.
What?
So the music is quite network dependent.
Oh, okay.
Again, because my playlist is not categorizing that way as simple. See that worship place. So it's
Okay. Whatever we can get. I'm about to run this now.
how loud do you want? You don't hear that?
So goals that have to do with your self-esteem. Hello Bliss, thank you for joining us. It's good to have you. I did not know you were going to join us today. Thank you for coming in. We're setting goals already. We started since about 2 to 30. Getting our music on, our dance, getting ourselves into groove. We've spoken about the year in review, 2021 in review. If you're ready with your pen and your paper, so we spoke about 2021, the good, the bad, the lesson, what you learned from last year. We also spoke about the areas of life that we'll be looking at, we'll be setting goals. No problems, no problems. We're glad you can join us, but if you're able to take notes that have to do with you setting your goals, right? So look at your life areas, and right now our first goal, or the first area we're setting goals in, is in self-esteem. So what do you want to change about your self-esteem, or what can you do to improve your self-esteem this year? Are we setting goals? Are we writing? Are we having? Please engage with us. Let us know that we're working together, that we have you. That we have you here, yes. It's good. Okay, Lumina is writing. We just have a few minutes to go. That have to do with your self-esteem. Remember to make your goals smart, okay? Would review, after you've written and all of that, at the end of writing all of this, we're still going to review again to see if your goals are indeed smart. Alright? So don't forget to ensure that they are smart. Just write your goals. What do you want to say about your self-esteem? For those people that love thinking, this is a prime place to be right now, because we're going to be doing a lot of thinking and reflection, and projections into the year. What's going on, I guess? What's happening? What's happening? Yes, now with your surface, with your goal. Sorry? Hello, Sanusi. We'll be able to work around it. Hello, Sanusi Abayomi. Thank you for joining us. We're already on goal setting, but we're still on the first goal anyway, the first life area. So we're looking at self-esteem, right? We're looking at self-esteem. What goals do you want to set in this regard? We also looked at the year 2021 in review. You can start from there to look at what was good about last year for you, what was bad about last year for you, and what is one lesson or what are the lessons you can take from the last year. I hope you're able to catch up with us. We're still on the first goal anyway, so you've not missed too much. Basically, we're really just looking at your self-esteem, what you want to do better, what you would like to improve on. What is one thing you can do for yourself, or what is one thing you can do for others, or what would you like to do that will make you feel proud of yourself every day, or what are the things that you can become involved in that can make you proud of yourself, make you feel on top of the world every time you wake up in the morning. What can you do to improve the situations that maybe they make you nervous, Okay. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the next life area, which is fun, recreation, and rest. Oh, ye workaholics. Oh, ye workaholics. How often do you need to rest? How often do you need to rest? What do you need? What is fun for you? What are fun activities that you like to engage in this year? What are fun activities you like to engage in this year? Things, your hobbies that you like to explore more of. If it is work, it cannot be your hobby. So one of the things that I decided that I was going to share today was so I read this article, or I think someone shared it with me sometime last year, and I did some more research, a little bit more research, and I think it's something worth exploring, right? So we're going to assess the work you do, is it brain work or hand work? When I say hand work, so something like tailoring, basket weaving, carrying cement, if that's what you do, is it very physical, oriented? Is it physical? Do you exert physical energy exactly when you do your work? The work you do, you could be in school, you could be, be doing anything, but physical, is it a physical activity? Does it involve, your physical energy, the work that you actually do? Or is it brain work? Is it things that mental? You just have to think. Some people very creative or creative work, you have to, it's more, most of these things, most of the work we do or the activities we're engaged in usually involve the two, but one takes more precedence. Okay. So for someone like me, it can be both, right? When it comes to writing, let's say, when it comes to writing, it can be both because it is very mental. Sometimes I can, just be sleeping and then, they will bring all those plots and everything, and then, and then I have to put in the work. For coaching too, it's a bit more, it's all mental, really. I think it's mostly mental, because talking for a long time, yeah, it can be stressful, but it's physical, but it's a lot of mental work. You're sitting in space, you're doing all of that activity. So I can say that I can put maybe 70% of my work to be mental and 30% to be physical. Okay. So let's do it that way, yes. So the work that you do, yes, Dami, I'm going to take your question. I can see that you have a question. I'm going to take your question. So for the work that you do, is it more brain work or more physical work? If your work is physical, your hobbies should be mental. That's the goal. That's how you're going to set your fun, recreation, and rest goal. If your work is more mental, your goal should be physical. Your hobbies, your activities, the fun activities you want to engage in. So, for example, if you are more, maybe 70% you do handwork, your hobbies should be maybe solving Sudoku, playing Scrabble, mental stuff. But if your work is mostly mental, don't say reading is your hobby. Yes. Yes, I'm what was the word? I'm very hot. I'm going for some people. I'm going for some people today. You're going to not do mental work. So it's going to be things that have to do with your hands. It's going to be basket weaving. It's going to be sewing. It's going to be embroidery. It's going to be running 100-meter races. It's going to be swimming. You create new hobbies, but that's the dynamic that we're working with in this session. That's what I want us to explore. Dami, yes, please, you can unmute your mic and ask your question.
You said something about how often do you need to rest?
Yes.
I did not get that question.
How often do you need to rest? So, the work that you do, right, it can be very maybe time consuming. You should determine, look at it. Look at, what you've experienced in the past or what you're projecting into. If you're going to be working 15 hours of every day, how often do you need to rest? So for me personally, I have a rule of, usually it's supposed to be 2 hours, 2 hours of work, 30 minutes of rest. But because of the flow of my work, and sometimes it can be very creative, and I don't want to get up from my, my work space, what I do or what I've highlighted for myself is that I have a block of 4 hours, then 1 hour of not doing anything. I will just be, I actually put it that I'm going to be sleeping, but I know that I'm not someone who sleeps in the afternoon per se, so I put it that it could be that I'm just lying down and closing my eyes, but I am not doing any active work. It's hard to shut down the tabs in my brain, but I've decided to try. So just look at what's going on with you and what's best for you, and determine how often you need to rest. You shouldn't go too long a stretch for work before resting. And also for basic rest, I say basic rest for longer stretches of rest. For me, this year I'm still recalculating and re-strategizing. Usually I do like after every 4 months, maybe a week of vacay, Though in the past year, I was not able to do that. I was working, and then whenever rest came, I rested. But I usually do 4 months, 1 week rest, 4 months, 1 week rest. But the way this year, the way I'm planning my year, honestly, I don't think I'm going to have a break until maybe the end of the year. And I know that's not healthy for me, so I'm still assessing and looking at what's best for me. Does that answer your question, Dami?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
That we do both brainwork and handwork.
Yes, Fumito was asking the question. So I want to take Fumito's example. Fumito, can you unmute your mic and just share with me, what you do? If you can share. You say it's both hand and brain, and you can't seem to place it. If you can just share with me, and let's. Okay.
Okay. So I teach.
Okay.
And I really so I feel it's both mental for me and hand as well, because I get to prepare my lesson. I get to work.
Yeah.
I get to write.
Yeah.
So I have to work because.
And then you're also active in class. I get that. But what would you say takes precedence? Do you think you do more mental work? Like, which one is the more... I know, but more mental for you.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe you should just explore, like, if you have to take hobbies that have to do with more physical stuff, right? If it's more mental for you, if more of your energy is, mental, you can just look at hobbies that have to do with physical stuff, right? Do you think that will work for you?
I'll try it out.
Okay. Can I ask the hobbies that you have right now?
So, basically, I love sporting.
Okay.
Things that make me jump from one place to another.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love to read, because reading is like relative.
Okay.
It's just when I'm like in that mood, I just comes up.
Okay. Yeah, sporting may be more like, it feels like, so for me, the way I see it, it feels like you have your dynamic in place. So the way it is more mental for you, your work feels more mental, and you like sporting activities. That's a nice balance. And the physical aspect of your work, then reading comes with the mood, which could be less physical. So I think you have the dynamic set already, so you can just review and look at, maybe you can take on new hobbies, or take on new activities that you can explore to make you feel like you're trying something new. So what other hobbies can anybody suggest? Other hobbies, maybe hobbies that you guys already engage in, or that you know about? Football. It doesn't have to be for guys. Sorry, Dami, what did you say?
Watching movies.
Are you saying that for yourself? Because I want to tell you that is not a hobby for you. That is work. Knowing you, knowing her, it is work.
Okay.
I'm supposed to act like I don't know you, but I know you, and I'm telling you that is work. Thank God you even said it. That is work for you, Dami. In as much as you enjoy it, it's still work for you. So please, but for some people, watching movies can be a hobby. Swimming can be a hobby. Painting, even though you don't know how to paint, can be a hobby. Like, I'm looking at trying out drawing, even though I am horrible at it, praise God. But I'm going to look at it's a hobby. I don't have to be great at it.
Okay.
I just have to. It's trying something new. It's just something for me to explore and try.
So
and
hobby
enjoy.
we should do very often.
No. Hobby is just something that you can enjoy.
Leisure time.
Yes, leisure time. Something you can explore in your leisure time. But if I say I want to write poetry in my leisure time, it may not be work for
And
me.
your leisure time is not always, not often. Very important.
I'm not saying your leisure time is not often or it's often. It's what we're saying, that when you need to rest. So you craft out your leisure time. I don't know when that will be for you. Yeah. So for each person it can be different. So yeah. So hobbies.
I pray too.
What?
Praying cannot be too.
Praying is a
Take the
hobby.
stress
So
off.
for somebody, praying is
No,
a
for some people it's not hobby shower.
For some people, it's not a hobby. That's what I'm saying. Some
You'll
people,
be sweaty and
for some people, it's not a hobby. Praying is not a hobby. So what other hobbies can you explore? Okay, so we have to go to the next area. I hope you were able to set a goal for fun, recreation, and rest. The next area is work, career, and business. I'm not going to be spending too much time here. In as much as you feel like, oh, this is the focus of your life, it is not the focus. It is not the entirety of your life. But for work, career, and business, so what goals do you want to set for your work? What do you want to see achieved? From I'm going to be using you as an example. Being a teacher, what goals you want to set in your work now? That has to do with perhaps how many kids do you want to help, perhaps with their literacy skills or their numeracy skills. Are they children within your classroom, or are they children within your educational community, like your school, or are they children within your living community, maybe around you? Okay, that's no longer work. But in your work, what kind of goals do you want to set? For career, long term, where do you want to go? And what can you do in this year to take you to where you want to go in your long-term career, in your long-term work? For business, for those of us running businesses of our own, what goals you want to set? Bottom line, figures. Are you going 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, 10 figures? What do you want to do? Meanwhile, Chad DK, very lovely to meet you. Welcome, it's great to have you. We did some introductions earlier. Maybe before the end of our party today, we'll get to know you more. We've been setting goals. We'll also review if there are smart goals later. But we've been setting goals and we've been looking at, first we looked at 2021 in review, the good, the bad, the lesson. But we also set goals in area of self-esteem, fun, recreation, and rest. And now we are on to work, career, and business. So what goes? I can share highlights of these goal setting areas to you after now. You can just send me a message if you want to. But right now we're focusing on work, career, and business. So I was talking about business. What goals do you want to set? How many customers do you want to reach in this year? What bottom line do you want to have? What impact do you want your business to have? What do you want to do for your employees in this year? How do you want to improve their skill sets? What do you want to do in that regard? With regards, it's a very wide, this is a very wide area, but just set goals that you can set. I know it will differ per person, so that's why I have questions like, what do you need to have achieved at the end of the year? What can you add to your existing skill sets? What can you add to your existing skill sets? What do you need to do, or what do you need to improve your delivery? Okay, what do you need to do to improve your delivery? What are the things that you would see? We're talking about specifics, measures, measurable things that you can see to know that, okay, my business has improved. Okay, so that's for work, career, and business. So what goals are you setting in that area for your work? What goals are you setting? Career, long term, we're talking long term. Who do you want to be 6 years from now? What kind of career do you want to say you have led? What areas of life do you want to delve into? Perhaps you're in the educational sector now, but you want to get into tech. You want to get into edu-tech, or perhaps you're in maybe biology or microbiology, or you're in medicine and you want to go into... Yes, all the questions should be answered individually. That's why I said we should come with our writing material. So you're writing and you're answering these questions individually, personally. You're answering these questions for yourself. I'm just asking these questions to help you think about the kind of goals you can set for each area of your life. I hope we're still here. I'm just going to be mentioning our names just to make sure that we're still here and to know that I'm engaging with you. I see you, and I hope you're still listening to us here. Fumito, Bliss, Z, Edmond, Gold, James, Lumina, Maureen, Nwaucha, Sanusi, Shion, Tosi, Uchena. Akibe seems like he's no longer here. Victor Maduka. We had Victor Prince, he seems no longer here. Yemi and Dami. Okay, so yes, I can see that you guys are still engaging. Fantastic. I hope you're able to write some really credible stuff. You're able to set those goals that I'm just here to be the voice in your head, ensuring that you have those goals set. Alright? To ensure you have those goals set. My Grace, what do we have? What do we have? For your goals, for your work career business. Are you able to set goals?
Yeah.
Okay. Ensure that your goals are smart. I'm going to talk about the smart goals now. I'm going to mention it again. Okay. You need to ensure that they are specific. You need to ensure that they are measurable. You need to ensure that they are achievable. They are things that you can achieve. You need to ensure that they are realistic. You need to ensure that they are time bound. Realistic in the sense that they can interact with your five senses. They're things that you can see the results. The result oriented. You can see tangible results and measure them. Okay, and also time bound. Time bound in the sense that it's not just that you are doing it at the end of this year or you are going to do it this month. What day of the year? I'm going to achieve this by January 31st, 2022. I'm going to achieve this by December 1st, 2022. Just set those goals. If it's a year-long goal, you can also, I was going to mention this, you can also ensure that apart from it being a year-long goal, you can divide it into sections. Maybe you can divide it into 3 sections. So even if it's year-long, because I have an idea of us having an achievement party at the end of the year, sometime in December, you can just divide it into 3 so that every 4 months you can review, or every 3 months you can ensure that you're able to achieve it perhaps in 9 months. These goals that you're setting, ensure that you can achieve them perhaps in 9 months, just so that you can see that, okay, this is something I can do, right? So just have that set and see that you are writing for that. So I'm going to be going off of work, career, and business. Before I go to the next area of our life, I'm just going to give you a few more minutes. I'm going to get myself a drink. Online, virtual people, I said that I was going to offer you guys something. But honestly, I don't know. I've been racking my head. I don't know what I can give you people.
Virtually?
Yes. Because we're having drinks and we're having snacks here. And they're not here physically.
I'll take your music on.
You take your music. How many people's drinks should I take on their behalf? If you take your music, I probably have how many people's drinks to myself? 15. I don't know if you guys have ideas of what I can offer you virtually. You can let me know so that I can share with you. So you have something to even step down while you are writing these goals. You have some. Okay, James says it's coming. Sorry? No, I'm not giving money. In this meeting, I'm not giving money. I just said something you used to step down.
Send coins.
Don't send the account number or goals. Don't join the multitude. What's Nwaucha saying? I hope I'm getting the pronunciation right. Convert to data, yeah, I cannot do.
Data.
Okay. Are you all using MTN?
No.
I'm using you.
Where does that? We sympathize with you, sir.
Grandmaster of data. No, it could be good where it is. Nwaucha, is your network gold? I said gold. Is it good? It's good. It's good where it is.
Congratulations, sir. You are one of
That's fantastic.
That's one unique thing about you. Very unique.
Yeah, so we introduced ourselves, and that's what my grace was talking about. I cannot give. How many people am I giving data? Mili, she data.
I don't want to know.
What do you want, ma?
It's the same.
Coin. One what? What kind of coin? She 2 kobo bunny. Do you want 2 kobo, ma? What is it?
Listen. What was that your coach in the
Have
village?
mercy. Yo, have mercy. Have mercy.
You will take pie. You will take pie.
I can give pie.
We send pie
That is
to you.
true. I can give 1 pie to everybody here. Honestly. You would thank me for it. 1 pie, oh. A whole pie, oh, not 0.1, oh. I can put it in IOU now. When pie goes live, I'll send you guys pie. See me being generous now. Oh. You want realistic? I don't have anything to give you. Let me take my drink. So I'm just going to give like 3 more minutes. Let's talk about work, career, and business. Set your goals for work, career, and business. Do you want to start a new business? Yes, that's a goal. That's a goal that can be set. What do you want?
Okay, so you're going to recommend me for as many things that I do. That's my own virtual gift.
I can definitely do that. I think I can definitely. I'm going to take note of that. I can definitely. Show you pussy. You would asking for big pussy. Then you can see something I can do is what Victor has come to say.
We all have different.
Okay. No wahala. But this one I can do. So we can have a private conversation after now, Fumito, and I'll get on that. Consider that one.
Yes, because I was getting a lot of practice like I got the self-esteem sometimes and the posters seem from because sometimes I feel what I'm doing is not necessary but it's actually impacting lives and when you ask this thing I think what I need to do like shameless intentional recommend me and improve my career because I don't seem to know any other things.
Yeah, it is. And I got you. I'm happy to do that for you.
Thank you. And every other person, you're not to connect with every other person.
Yeah.
We'll connect.
We'll definitely look at
connection
how
is
we'll
not a
connect
problem.
that.
I'm not using glue.
This one is just looking for. He's looking for BTC.
Oh my God.
I don't have BTC for this guy.
We need this BTC. Thank you very much.
Where's my drink? Oh. Hey,
Okay.
I
This
can't
next
find
one.
my
That's
drink,
a challenge point for you.
Sorry?
That's not career for me.
What's that?
Okay. So it actually is. Let me play music, Jerry. You're going
What
down.
is this career for you? What is this career for you?
What'd you say? What? I know people DJ. They reduce my employer don't reduce me.
Employability.
My employer don't come out the volume.
Employability. No, I was trying to listen. That's why. It has to be reduced because I can barely hear.
Are you ready?
I wish I can connect this to the speaker, but
Yeah.
I feel like it will echo.
Most probably.
It will echo. Okay. So, like I mentioned, starting a new business or starting at a new place of work or going on a different trajectory can be pretty. Is this yours?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Can be a pretty goal for you, you know, in this year. So that's another idea. So we're just going to go to the next area, which is friendship and social network. Spelling. Along visually. Okay, so friendship and social networks. Like Funto was mentioning, you know, meeting new people. I feel like this is a great avenue to increase your social network. But what other opportunities would you like to explore or exploit to make new friends or to expand your network in this year? What circles do you feel you need to get into? Who do you think you need to bring into your circle? What do you need to do as a person to improve your own circle? You know, what contributions, what things do you need to improve into? So for some people it can be communication. It can be being there more. You know, it can be learning conflict resolution, so that when you have issues with your friends, you know how to resolve that and, you know, improve. Unlike before, maybe before once you guys fight, that's the end. No more friendship. Yeah, some people could have that. Sorry? It's true. We should have a fight. I think that would be one of my resolutions, like you said. I don't think we've never had a fight. Like,
even focus on God. I wonder which guy.
No, we need to. We need to. We need to.
The network fight.
I'm not going to choose that.
No, honestly, focus. I know. We've never had an argument per se.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Oh my. Uchenna. What's what you're saying? Moral support. Who is bringing refreshments? For fight too. I don't know why is everybody being interested in this fight. I cannot fight. Ha! Me. Hold me like this. Jagaban. It's true. The Hippocratic oath. You only just for the refreshments. Uchenna, what about you? What are you setting as goals for your friendship and social networks? Okay, another thing is maybe keeping in touch better with your friends.
You need that one BTC.
What is wrong with you? We are moving away from this one BTC conversation. You want to be spending money for your friends.
Exactly.
Please, I like that goal.
That
Uchenna, I'm listening to you. Yes. Okay. Okay. For you. Profound. Nice. My guest was saying just before he stepped out that he just wants to spend money for his friends, and I'm like, I'm all here for that. If it's to spend money for your friends, I'm number one, please. But yeah, you may need to review, you know, as a goal, like you said, Uche, who needs to, maybe who do you need to push, who needs support, who do you want to contribute more to perhaps their work or help their growth, or, you know, stuff like that. In as much as, sorry, I didn't get that. In as much as you know, we can say that who is in your circle, who do you want to bring in, who do you want to kick out, who do you want to do without, who do you want to interact with less. I also want us to also, look at the circle you currently have. What can you do to improve that circle? What can you bring to the table? What can you do to improve, how they're feeling, their own goals? How can you, support their goals? How can you encourage them? What does friendship mean to you really? And how can you be more of that person in this year? So those are friendship goals that we can set. Those are friendship goals that we can set. I think other people are still writing. I think other people. James that said is coming. I hope he gets here quick. Okay. So have we set goals for friendship and social network? Please, help me ask Edmond. That Alaji and his guests that wanted to come and join, are they no longer coming?
On my phone?
Yes. Okay, so I hope that physical attendance is king. Anyways, it's not king, but you get it. Okay, so yes, have you set goals for friendship and social network? Okay, I'm about to round it up. You catch up. Let the redeemed of the Lord say. Okay. Few more minutes.
I did DJ.
You did DJ. What did you DJ just now?
I'm boss. Hobby. This one of the hobbies.
DJ. Yeah, that can be a nice hobby actually.
Stressful. Sometimes it's music. One reason I feel like music is that it's also stressful looking for music you like.
What?
Music. They are very good. Because some they get to similar songs.
Songs, yeah.
If it's whatever genre you like, find one of the songs that you don't even know about it.
You are just coming. You that you are not supposed to be a late comer. Where's your writing pad? Your writing materials? Your phone. So somebody just joined us. Just give us your first name. Let me know the name. I'll tell everybody. Toyib. Toyib just joined us. So, should I say who you are to me? Should I proclaim your wickedness? We've been setting goals in different areas. I'm about to go to another area, so you can just join us from that area of your life. And then the other part you missed, we can just talk about it afterwards when I'm rounding up to take note of. So, guys, if you're still taking notes of your goals, the next part we're going to focus on right now is energy, passion, and power. Energy, passion, and power. Setting goals. So this can be A lot of people find it comical when I say that, oh, you can set goals, or you should have goals, or you should review your energy, passion, and power. But I'm going to share a short story. So, for most of last year, one of the things while I was reviewing my year 2021, some of the things that I was, that I noticed about myself is it felt like I was depleted at my core, right? So my energy levels were very low. I'm not trying to sound psyche or what are these astrological set of things, but it just felt like I didn't have, once I have to push myself to do the things I naturally enjoy doing. And once I do it, I'm just exhausted in my mind, in my body, and sometimes it feels like in my soul. So, that's what energy, passion, and power is like. Some people will say chi. We're talking about it today. Some people call it your chi. Some people call it your core, your chakra, all of those. If you want to get into all of that space. But for me, I just say my core. So it felt like I didn't have, my core was at maybe 10%. I was just barely managing on 10% per time. And of course, I knew the things that, would just give me that boost every time that I needed it. But somehow it just didn't feel enough. So I'm taking a lot of time this year to look at what I can do to fill up. How did I get to that point where I was so full and I could do anything that I wanted to do and be excited about it? There's some questions that you may need to review that can help you see, oh, okay, what do you need to, how is this an area for you to set a goal in? Is what excites you? What gives you ginger? What gives you, what gets you hyper and set to take on the world? When you wake up one morning and you're just feeling like, let all the aliens of this world come, I will conquer them. That sort of energy. That's it. Is it risky that sound about energy? What? Alien, no, that's like what the energy is like. So what gives you that boost to say that you can conquer the world? You can take on anything the world brings your way. Basically. And also, while looking at that, what bores or depresses you? What reduces your energy? While you are looking at that, you may also want to look at what you can do committedly, that you can commit yourself to, even if you don't get a reward. We say that a lot for when people are trying to discover their purpose, they're trying to discover their passions. What is one thing you can do that they don't need to pay you for? They don't need to give you any credit. You will just do it. You just be so excited doing it. You enjoy it so much. Look at that and look at how often you can do it. So that's how you can set goals in that area of your life. That's how you can review that area of your life and say, okay, my energy is going to be on top. I'm going to be on top of my game, right? So let's look at that and let me know in the comment section if you're setting goals in that area. I'd really love to know. Have you set goal? Because it's like you're using all your energy to dance.
I'm energy god.
He's the energy god. Yes, let me ask that question. Who here is an energy god, energy master, full of energy? You wake him up like this. I think Toyib is that person.
You can be a friend of Lord of Energy. You don't have plenty energy.
Toyib is that person. I think, yes. Toyib wakes up with all the energy. Like, you know what is wrong with this guy? Why is he looking for my trouble? I think Toyib is an energy master. Is there anybody virtually who is energy plenty too? Omni energy. Uchi, are you omni energy? I feel like you are as well. Who else? I really feel like, yes, Bliss is energy goddess. Yes, girl, yes, energy goddess. Then Dami, I know Dami to be an energy goddess. These are the people that I know. See, I'm confessing already. These are the people that I know. So please, if I don't know you and you want to share, please share. Let us know that you are energy master. He joins us physically. Edmond left the virtual community to join us physically. Welcome, Edmond. Thank you for using your nose mask. You are COVID conscious. We celebrate you.
You don't really don't know. Can I breathe? What's your I breathe into like
so welcome. We've been setting goals. Of course, okay, you were joining us virtually, so you know what we're doing. Okay. Toyib, are you able to set goals in this area? Why now? You can say that. I mean, if you're an energy person, like energy master, how can you sustain your energy? How can you stay there? And do you want to increase that energy? Do you want, maybe you are at times 1,000 before, do you want to go times 1 million? Is that your goal for the year? And how can you measure that? What are the things that you would see, to say, oh, okay, my energy is on the double right now, so please set those goals and let me know that you're setting them. What just happened? DJ, do your job.
I don't know off my music though.
I didn't put it off. I increased the volume.
I like it. Oh, my Wi-Fi is off, I guess.
Oh.
Is it there? No, it's not there.
Please, I need the power back.
Where is it?
I think it's in the... Oh, okay. Go and bring my own because I'm going to be plugged in. Where's my music? Oh. Check the floor. Please let me pass my phone charger. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's been in the white box. So I put no more on my phone.
Okay. Are we setting goals? Energy people. For those of you that are low on energy, how do you want to increase your energy? Or do you want to tamp it down? Yes, for some people who have a lot of energy, do you want to step down your energy? Do you want to reduce it? What do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about your energy? Is that Z trying to tell us something? No, I don't look at what. Okay, one of the things I want to ask, this is just a by the way. There have been a lot of comrade stickers going around. Where did this start from? How did this start? What happened?
Let me show you one.
What's going on? I've been seeing comrade stickers everywhere. This energy you are bringing.
I'll show you one. Let me show you a very recent one. Didn't I save it? I think I saved it. Did I not save it?
Sorry?
Hey, I didn't see it.
Okay.
Oh, I saw one.
Is that on Twitter? Okay. Are you for real?
And the point was happening.
About Nigerians. I thought Twitter is banned in our country now.
I love comedy.
They banned it, but we didn't ban it ourselves.
No,
Hello, Ayomide, Peter. Thank you for joining us. We're setting goals already. And right now we're on energy, passion, and power. We're going to review all of what we've done once we go this one round. So right now we set goals for energy, passion, and power, but we're moving on to the next one already. So I hope everybody has been able to set 1 or 2 goals for their energy, passion, and power. And my friends, please, you don't have to set 15 goals per area. It could be just one thing you want to do, just one thing. I'm always I have a coaching strategy where I just review, and it's something I'm still exploring, right? Where you just focus on that one thing you want to do, what you want to change about your life, and then look at every other thing that you can do, and it's just somehow fit into all other areas of your life just to achieve that one thing. So you can just set one goal or two goals or three things that you want to do. You can also set 15 if it's something that is they are all achievable, they are specific, they can be measured, they are really realistic, and they can be achieved in a certain period of time. You know, and you put a date to it. So right now we're going to move on to the next, which is spirituality and security. Pastor. Because that is by the way. So spirituality and security basically has to do with, and I've always found it interesting that my coach puts these two words together. Uche would bear witness with me, you know. I mean, spirituality and security. With security, you would think it has to do with your, you know, your physical self. You have to be safe. You have to be more. You know, when security comes from within, it's almost like it comes even into your self-esteem. It comes with a self-esteem package, a self-confidence package, where you're able to just review and say, oh, okay, when you're spiritually secure, when you're secure in your spirituality, you are certain, you are, you know, grounded in your beliefs and in your connection with the higher power you recognize in your life. You're secure in yourself, you're secure in your life, you're secure in how you're going to go ahead and do things with yourself. So what activities reassure you and center your being? What activities reinforce, you know, your person, who you want to be? And how can you go about, what would you do more of them? How often more would you take part in these activities? What more will you do with these activities to increase your frequency in engaging in these activities? Or, you know, what are the things that you can do to reassure yourself and just ground your being and say, okay, this is who I am. This is the foundation on which my life is built on. This is the core of me, even deeper than my energy core. At the center of that energy core, before I even look at how my energy is and all of that, what is the core of me, you know? Also, what do you need to know about what? What are the new things you need to learn? What are the things that you see as a gap that you need to fill in this year? And how can you get to know about it? Who do you need to listen to? Who do you need to sit with? What kind of meetings do you need to attend? What gatherings do you need to be a part of? How more often do you need to be a part of these gatherings? Then what do you need to stop doing? What do you need to start doing to reassure you and, you know, recenter your beliefs? Okay? These are things that you need to look at, you know, and they are things that can help you to set those goals. So, are you setting spirituality goals and security goals? What do you need to do? What more do you need to do? What more do you need to do? What more do you need to do? And the voice in your head today, you are going to set those goals. You are going to look at what is important and you are going to focus on that. We are going to, you know, drop down on that. And please just let me know that you are still with us. You are still here with us. So do you guys want to share anything as regards, you know, the things that you think you need to do more of?
More of?
Things you need to do more of. Does anybody want to share?
I think last year I didn't do much of sharing. There's something that comes. Okay, so
can everybody hear my voice?
I'm Christian. Yeah.
I want to know if people can hear you because it feels like your voice is not loud.
I should increase my voice.
Yes.
Look at how I'm shouting.
Increase your voice. Let us hear you. He will not look at anything. Talk.
So,
talk.
So I'm Christian. So by default, when it's just, I think it's also quite similar to when you learn most things. There's always an urge to share
what you have learned.
People those who are around you. Last year I decided I'm not doing.
You're not sharing.
I decided to learn in silence.
Okay.
And I realized that it's kind of I wouldn't say place the burden. It's almost like you have a lot to share something, but you also like, okay, let's let's deal on our day. I feel like it started making it look as if it was not necessary to actually share what people and
What made it seem that way? What made it seem that way? The fact that
when,
you kept quiet.
Exactly, when you repress something for a while, it starts looking normal.
Okay.
That okay, like you shouldn't, like it's not necessary.
Okay.
You don't have to. And all that. So, I suppose I just decided,
Okay.
except the person calls my DM or something like that. So,
Okay.
I think that I would try to change. And I think it came out of YouTube. There's something they call you learn before you speak or something like that.
Or you think before you speak?
No, but something like it's something like when you learn a thing, it should allow you to simmer
Yeah,
first.
part of you.
Yes, before you start sharing it. You get. So
Okay.
I think I took that to the extreme.
Okay.
And
So you want to change that?
so we'll try to balance that a little bit. Yeah. That's one goal.
Very good.
Yeah. What else?
So make the
other
goal
one-
measurable.
Measurable.
Yes.
The amount of time.
I don't know. You are the one who knows how best to measure it. You know how you knew that okay, you decided you are going to do less of it last year, and you saw the results in how doing it less last year. So make it measurable. Is it that maybe now you want to see that you share with maybe at least one person every month, or you want to share with at least 5 people every month? That sort of thing.
I feel like that thing is not so.
It's not that.
It's not. It can't be that structured. That okay, we want person to share with everyone.
Okay.
Then that just comes with opportunities to do that. You get. Sometimes it might be 5 people, sometimes it might be 1 person. Sometimes.
But can you create the opportunity? So, for example, instead of looking for the 1 person or the 5 people, maybe you share, maybe on WordPress or Facebook or you put it in a document that people can review.
That's good.
I'm sorry. I make goals very big.
No, the reason why I say it's very quite big is because the moment you put writing there, brother, as much as I like writing,
Speak.
it's okay. So that
You can do a podcast.
So, yeah, we'll do that.
Or you record a video.
Okay, the podcast one we can do that only once a month.
Yeah. So you
We
can
can do that
share.
once a month.
Possibilities. So you were setting spirituality and security goals. The activities that you want to do more of and the ones you want to do less of, that reassure you, center you, things that you want to know more about, you want to learn more about, that form your beliefs or form your belief systems. So setting a goal in that area. You want to be closer to God. What do you need to do to be closer to God? Pray 5 times a day.
So I'm kind of person that I think now that prayer mostly works for me.
Okay.
I do it.
Okay.
And I set my mind on it. And
Okay.
I see the action of it.
Okay.
It works.
You know what to do.
I'm just trying to just fill up most things this year. And it's not really easy for me to do. I think I should have to do it without some people.
Without some people.
Yeah.
Okay. We spoke about friendship and social networks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I just go off the way that I need to.
Yeah, taking you away.
Yeah.
Edward, please, can we get change?
Sometimes.
It's around. Change. Thank you.
Sometimes it's more important for me to stay, and it's important for me to stay because
Okay.
when I line of work and I sleep, I have to do it online, I have to
Hello. Welcome.
just stay with
Okay,
guys.
see.
I use sound waves to find
She said you use sound waves to find us. You can see. You don't want anybody to see your face. James also just left, but he's still online even. And he has trained us physically. Okay.
And I feel I have to just stay up with that. I need to be online because the people kind of what I have skills
Okay.
relate more with guys and
Okay.
but I think that is affecting me. Because
Like being out there.
being out there like that. Because a lot of people I roll with, most of them are these Christians. And I
Okay.
found that you're like, okay, let's go and play all this kind of stuff. I do that
Oh.
thing.
Oh, so you need like more people that have the same beliefs as you
So I
to
think
be.
I do have it on mine and I have it on plus.
Okay.
I think I'm very good at but I'm kind of settled. I'm finding myself not kind of people I'm with.
Okay.
Some are beneficial and some are just taking down the part of me, so and it's affecting. And if I have to go more. Developing and growing, I have to just cutting off and add to it.
So the way it seems to me is as if it also informs your friendship goals. You know, make new friends who share the same beliefs as you, who are the same as you.
Plus friends, minus friends.
Plus friends, minus friends, and then also ensure that like you pray 5 times more often. Is there a way to make it? That one it feels easily measured, even. If you can measure it.
I have the prayer time on my phone.
So it will just alert you to.
Me.
Okay.
And I'm talking about so most times we are in school when I'm in school, I don't know how to get to play.
Okay.
I'm not saying when I get my play, I need to stand. When I get my pick all of this. So
Okay.
Call of Duty guy.
Yes, they are Call of Duty guys. Most of them here are Call of Duty guys.
I play on my phone now.
That's another hobby. I don't find wow.
So I play on my phone, so
Call of Duty is a hobby that you can explore.
and
It can be very stressful.
I just
play with the wrong people.
everything is just
That's why you can set goals and ensure that okay, these are the practices that you need to complete. You want to reduce your energy? How to live? How to live?
I need to reduce it. That's why I need to. That's why I'm this person. I'm always outside. You know I'm around. So yeah, I just want to bring that one. You have been in this this morning, so my Call of Duty. I think I moved from one particular level to the other one. Then I'm 30 minutes. I was playing. I was just playing game throughout the whole day.
Wow.
So yeah, okay. I have to start sleeping. Okay. Let me just bring that house. Let me be sleeping. Design, do something in my system, watch movies. But like me, I should have everything, I should have internet. I will not be in that room. I'll be outside with guys just to see something. But the time is not needed.
Okay.
You get, you are just saying, you are staying with the right people at the wrong time. And sometimes I deal with the right people, I deal with the wrong people at the right time.
Right time.
So
finding that balance. It may not necessarily mean switching totally. It could just be looking for a balance, for a way to ensure that.
Actually, you have to deal with the right people at the right time to eat it. But when you are everybody right, I don't have a conversation now, okay. Someone has something to say, eat it, oh, that's not going to my way. But when something is something I don't really want to do, I think I'm not doing anything there.
Yeah, you shouldn't be there.
I was spend that time playing my game.
Right.
I just stay on the radar, like, okay, let me just do stuff. As I just do this, aside the chats. And install WhatsApp, install again, like, not chat, don't chat me. I know my phone, I know my SIM on my phone, I don't have a SIM in my big phone. I use my Wi-Fi. So they are calling me to be telling me busy. So I have one SIM, I have 2 SIMs, so I'll be on the second SIM. So the calling will be reduced. This kind of stuff we don't have to just set like this year. And it's not something it's not going to be easy.
That's about setting goals. To ensure that it's important.
Non-experience. The moment you set goals, say if you have written them down, I think you have done that. You're almost 40% done. You're almost 50% done with everything.
Once you can write it down, right?
The word is written down, and you can see it very often too. Yeah, see it very often actually. You can't put it very often.
Let me ask people who are online as well. How many people have set goals like before now? You write down your goals. I don't want to see like with show of hands or just signify maybe in the chat box. You don't want. If you don't want, you can let me know. And there are drinks here too. The drink is here. You've seen it. That's why you came because of the drinks. So how many people have set goals? I mean, just let us know that you're setting goals. Have you set written goals before now? And what is your experience? What was your experience with setting those goals? Like your rate of achieving written goals as compared to your rate of achieving unwritten goals. What was it like? What's the dynamic like? Can you share with us? Okay, Lumina says she has set goals before now, written goals. Anybody else? No, they're writing in the chat box. Anybody else? Yeah, they can, but some people may not want to. Okay. While we're still having that conversation, I want us to move to the next area of life we want to set goals in, which is achievement and success. Achievement and success. achievement and success.
Mr. James, calm down. All this goals is 1 year
This
goal.
is book he brought.
It's 1 year goal. Like,
This is Bible. Though.
Hey, you're saying we went Bament.
Okay, Dami has set written goals before. So while we're still sharing about that, I want us to talk about achievement and success, right? I saw that, I have written before, it didn't work. Okay. How about as compared to those you did not write? Were you able to achieve goals you didn't write? Naturally, I already want to ask, what do you think stopped those goals from working? But if it's something that you can reflect on, what do you think, put a damper on those goals working? What stopped those goals from working? And what would be different between them and now? Okay, goal not written work better for you, at least so far, alright? Funtua says she has, but she didn't achieve all. Alright, what stopped you from achieving, the other goals you did not achieve? And what can you do differently this time around? For Sheon, what are you going to do differently to ensure that, the goals that you are writing now actually work? While we're having that conversation and writing down, the next area of our lives that we're setting goals in is achievement and success. So one of the questions I want to ask you is, what does success mean to you? Who do you want to be in life? In this life you are called. This one singular, beautiful life. Who do you want to be?
Is that question answering the answer?
It's answerable for now. Okay, so Dami is talking about writing goals, and she was saying the written goals worked partially, and she feels it didn't work because of the lack of discipline and the loss of focus along the year. Okay, I have something for that lack of discipline and loss of focus, and I'll be sharing it at the end of our meeting today. I'm thinking of opening an accountability group, but it dictates that it's a paid one. You have to pay to be a part of it. But we'll be having that conversation after we've done all of this. Fumita says procrastination. What you will do differently is to have an accountability partner to share them with. Lucky you, I have an entire group of people who you can be accountable with. The one thing Shell's goals means is procrastination. This procrastination, we are coming against it.
It is the bane of
So procrastination seems to be a relapsing, a reoccurring stumbling block. And from experience, actually, procrastination is actually one of those things that we see. So maybe one of the activities we'll do in the first month or we'll be doing consistently, per time on the accountability group is having procrastination tests and, weighing our procrastination rates and seeing how best we can come against them. Overcoming procrastination. So, achievement and success. Achievement and success. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And what can you do this year that will take you closer to be that person? What do you want to do with your life? What is important for you? What is a priority? Like, I want to be top 5 singers in Nigeria by 2035. What can you do this year to ensure that you are that person? I want to have 5 million streams. What can you do by 2035? That's measurable, time-bound, specific, achievable. But what can you do this year to take you closer to that point? What can you do this year? What can you do this year? Yes, now.
Are you sure?
What else have music all through? You are slacking on your...
The music that I can't even hear when you...
You are slacking on your... This thing.
I can't hear it now. I told you it's very network dependent.
So, What can you do this year to take you closer to your achievements, your big goal, your wildly important goal? Your wildly important goal. Okay. Don't be angry. I'm reducing as I talk. What can you do this year? And even as you are thinking of what you can do this year, what can you do every day? So maybe you want to, for this year it is that you want to have 500,000 streams of music. I'm using the example of I want to be a singer or a top 5 singer in Nigeria by 2035. And this year you say, okay, you want to do 500,000 streams of music. What do you need to do every day? So would it mean that one day you're writing music, or you're taking singing lessons, or you're learning a new instrument, or why are you smiling? You're smiling suspiciously. Or that you have to record music, or you have to promote, you have to do some marketing things. What do you want to do? What do you want to do per day to ensure that, okay, you're getting closer to being that person? What does achievement mean to you? No, it's not stop. What does achievement mean to you? Okay, assistant DJ, please. Assistant. What does achievement mean to you? What does success mean to you? Who do you want to be? Are we writing? Do we have people who are writing? It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of thinking. What? I should what? My voice now music. Are we setting goals? We have a few minutes to go. I want to know that this is working for you, what you think about our ideas of the accountability group, things like that. If you have problems or you are having issues, you don't know, you're not sure, you don't know how it's going to go, you are not clear about how you can set a goal in a particular area, you can please signify and let us know so we can talk about it. I can't see Balagbade anymore. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, better. What's up, better? Okay. So where are we? I hope we've set goals in achievement and success, goals that we're going to achieve, things we're going to do. For achievement and success, I like to start from a place of defining what success means to you personally. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be monetary or monetary alone. It can be with being a family person, It feels like it informs the other areas of your life, right? So I always like to start from that point before you now go to say, okay, breaking it down. This is what I can do. But right now we'll be going to the next one. which is peace and contentment. Very important. Peace and contentment. One BTC. One BTC is your own. It will give you peace and contentment.
Don't write it in the goals.
It is measurable.
It is very accurate.
Measurable.
It is realistic.
What's your time frame?
It is realistic actually.
What is your time frame?
For one BTC.
For one BTC.
Give me now, I'll take it.
It's not even give you now. What is within your control to do? Not what is within the control of other people.
From $7,000. You're actually supposed to be $7,000. 47.
47.
I don't want to call it a man.
While my grace is still, looking at one BTC as its peace and contentment, what informs your peace? What is peace to you? Peace of mind. Yoruba will say Ifokanbale. Please, is anybody Igbo here to help us translate? Because I feel like indigenous languages bring out the essence of words. Who can tell us where is I saw some of our guys here. Oh, they are off now. Okay. Nwaucha was around a bit, and I think it's Igbo. I don't know if you understand Spanish, but I think it's Igbo. But Yoruba will say Ifokanbale. Ifokanbale literally says putting your heart down.
Okay.
Abi, is that not the literal translation? Ifokanbale, resting position, or your heart to be as resting position. I feel like that heart is soul, not really just like it's not the heart that is soul. Putting your mind in resting. What's that physics thing? Click on inertia. Something is not moving except by external force. So what are the external forces that you need to counter? Yes.
This part of your own.
Yes. Yes. I don't know how I got there, but we're flowing. We're following this path. You know, what are those external forces that can affect your inertia position, mind? Lack or the presence of money? The lack or the presence of money?
Well, I don't know when the presence feels
that can
definitely the lack.
that counters with your peace.
I've never had a problem with the presence of money.
Who has?
Some people. Well, but I'm just
someone that stole it. They haven't almost more covered.
So what are things that can affect your peace? What are the things that can mess up your peace? What are the things that can shift your peace, take away your contentment, and what can you do? Or what are the things that have done so in the past, and what can you do to change that? To have it differently. What can you do to cultivate your peace? To cultivate your peace. The peace you currently have. I really want to sing a song, but I'm going to control myself. This peace that you have, what can you do to cultivate it, to ensure that it stays there, that you maintain that peace, you keep it, that you keep that peace, you keep on having that peace? What can you do? Okay. No, I increased it. Okay. So what can you do? Are we still writing? Are we still here?
Okay.
What does
it's control really.
It's personal. It's actually personal.
Like control. I think not having money, the problem with not having money is the fact that you think a lot of things seem out of control. They just seem like everything is just so beyond your control. That's really what we
it's almost like that because it's like for everything that happens, you cannot change it or
exactly. It's like things can spiral, things can just go. It's control really.
That's
not
really
Maybe when they spiral out of control, I believe that when you have peace like inside of you, like you're operating from a place where you still control.
Peace inside of you, right? It's different from money gives you external peace. There is peace that transcends having money.
I feel like that, yeah.
Yeah? That's having money. But the real reason why people want to have a decent amount of money, I'm talking about what kind of peace does somebody that has 1 billion have? Somebody that has 20 million. What exactly? What kind of feeling there? What is the difference? What gives both of them peace and contentment together? At some point, at a particular level, it's actually just control. The fact that if I'm hungry, I can solve that problem. If I need clothes, I can solve that problem. If I want to go to bank, I can solve that problem. I have control over that. If I want to move from here to that place, I can generally get a car and just do it. Ease. All that control also has to be ease. But after that, there seems to be once that one is done, once that level of control is done, you want another level of control. Now the piece of that comes from inside is maybe I don't know what that means. It's the fact that you feel like there's still control where there's no control. Somebody is actually still pulling the strings, even though you don't really understand what's going on. That piece that comes from inside.
And I feel like that's where contentment comes in. Because even when you don't have the external, the external control, so to say, you are still able to work with what you have. Despite the fact that it's not enough, it's not what you want, it's not what you desire, but you are still able to work.
You are able to attain control. The inside one is actually, I feel like it's more important.
I feel like that's what we're talking about.
Because money is very...
money is fickle.
But I can just deal with it. Let me put it that way. But I can just say that this guy really has too much control. I'm still the president. let me switch things up.
So those are the powers that be.
Yeah, so if you are to find a way you can cultivate that peace, you have to find a way where and the absence or in quotes of money switch institutions with money. If money is really what you look for peace and all that. You find a way where if that is not there, you can still find peace. One can actually go crazy but money just goes everywhere. Yeah. It's very dangerous. Like I guess it's very dangerous to base your life goal. Yeah. It's very dangerous. Because if by any means
you think Kwam's money,
you have problems.
Someone just joined us. Hi, Pamileri. What did you know, Pamileri? We're setting this now. Just release it. We're setting goals because it's peace and contentment, and we'll still go through all the other goals we've set before now. So thank you for joining us. Just wherever you can join us. Right now we're going to go to the next area of our lives that we want to set goals in. And we're just going to I'm using my words that start with read. We're going to review. We're going to review the other areas of life that we need to, and hopefully we get to hear your voice sometime during this time. Jennifer, it's very nice to have you here with us. So going to the next area of life, we talked about peace and contentment. We're looking at home and family. Home and family. Setting a goal in home and family. Okay? Who is in your family? Who makes up your family? What's that defined by? Having a family, what's that for you? And then what do you need to do to improve the state of your family? What do you want to do to contribute to your family? What are actions that you need to engage in or inspire? Things that are within your control that you can contribute to the family that you currently have. In your home as well, what are the things that you'd like to see in your home? What are the things that you want to ensure are carried out in your home, consistently? The home you currently have, or the home you are in, what can you do about these things? How do you cultivate the beauty of your family, the things that make your family beautiful? How do you cultivate them? How do you improve on them? Who do you need to call more often? What sort of conversations do you need to have? What spaces do you need to create? How can you make your space, your home, or your family a safe space for other members of your family? What are the things what are the belief systems you need to reinforce or that you see that are beginning to shift? Why are they shifting? What can you do really for your home and your family? And how can you contribute to the growth of your family? Also, it could be the collective financial power that your family has that you want to contribute or you want to improve. How can you help other members of your family to, increase that purchasing power? How can questions like that? Just look at the members of your family. Look at nuclear family. Look at extended family. These are things that I was questioning over the past week or 2 weeks. Look at the people that are important to you. What kind of in the future, what kind of behaviors or attitudes or culture do you want to see in your extended family or your nuclear family, and how can you inculcate them now? How can you breed that culture now? What are the things that you need to do? We used to say culture is food, the way of life of the people. Food, language, dressing. What else? Music.
It's much deeper than that.
It is, but let's just look at those ones that we can point easily. So, food. What are you guys feeding on in your family? What are you guys listening to? What are you guys hearing? What are you guys watching? What are you guys eating? Really, the actual food. What kind of food? This year, is it that you guys want to leave local Nigerian cuisine and go to international Italian cuisine? I say that kind of. I'm very particular about this one because I am interested in things like that. So, or do you guys want to go, French? You want to do some French breakfast and, Bolognese.
It's French.
Bolognese is French, yeah. Yes,
French pasta.
It is, yeah.
Pasta is not French.
Pasta is Italian.
And then Bolognese is French.
Bolognese. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So yes,
but is
it Texan? Do you want to go European? Do you want to do Asian? I'm really interested in Korean meals. I'm very interested in Korean meals these days. So what's your family feeding on? Yes, I am. I like their culture of feeding. How they have multiple meals in one sitting. Indian, you want to be Indian. Then dressing. How do you want your family to be dressing? What kind of clothes do you guys want to be wearing now? What kind of things do you guys want to be doing differently? What else did we talk about? Music, what do you guys listen to, what do you guys dance to? Language, how do you talk to each other? What kind of language are you using with each other? Is it positive? Are you reinforcing inspirational feelings? Would you like to change maybe the negative languages? Maybe the way you talk to your younger brother or the way you talk to your elder sister is something you want to change, you want to tweak, you don't like it, you want to improve on the way you speak with your parents, how often you speak with your parents, your children, for those people who have children here, your children, how do you want to talk to your children going forward, your siblings, things like that, your cousins, how do you interact with them and all. Let me know if you have set your home and family goals. Have you set some home and family goals? Have you set some goals? You have. Have you? Home and family goals. Have you set goals?
Home and family.
You're not eating now. You're eating biscuits to go sharp. Please pass me biscuits. I want some.
Some things have popped in my head.
In your head. So please just take notes. You don't want. You're good. Drink till you don't want. Energy God is already showing us. Okay.
How do you talk to your family?
How do you talk to your family?
How do you talk? I know that.
So, what can you do about that?
You talk.
Yeah, do you want to be more of a listener in your family this year?
I don't talk much.
Okay, so we are going to another one which I feel like will spark some conversation. Relationship and marriage. What is it about your marriage? Who left the group chat? You are not leaving the group chat.
More in the group chat. Thanks very much for coming.
Nobody is leaving this group chat. We are staying here. Relationship and marriage.
We come back to the group chat.
Relationship and marriage.
What about relationship and marriage?
Do you have a relationship? do you want a relationship? Romantic relationship. Oh, we have done friendship and social network. We've done family. We're talking romantic relationships and we're talking marriage. So do you want to get married this year? Is it hashtag Margaret somebody 2022? We're setting goals.
Hey, if I tell you, if I tell you that mango, you not tap me and say,
I cannot tap you. I'll
right
ask you. Do you think this is best for you? The example is rejecting it. Don't mind him. I don't understand.
My against things come out, Example, man, the real example.
Example in the example, your relationships.
Relationship, fine.
Yeah, relationship. Yeah, it may not be marriage for you. It could be relationship. It could be, Okay, so I'm going to talk about one aspect, which is the different aspect. Situationship. For those of you that have situationship. Entanglement. Do you want to clarify the relationships you have? Okay. Do you want to improve it? Do you want to? So maybe one of the things that I may want to do, and this is just an example I'm throwing out, is to go on more dates. Go out more.
Which one?
It doesn't have to be money. That's what I'm going for.
Don't do this.
You are going on dates. You are not thinking money.
The fact that it's called dates, there's money inside.
Exactly.
So you just go there, you just be trekking.
Yes.
You be trekking.
Go on long walks together. Listen to music. Tayyip is not having anything.
Chill.
Tayyip has no chill.
Why are you watching
It's not Korean movie. It's just.
Sometimes I can't work in Nigeria for crying out loud.
It will work one day.
One day. Will I work to Oja?
Fumito, please, I want to hear your thoughts. These guys are attacking me. They are saying this is a Korean lifestyle. Yes, now you go on long, or you jog together in the morning.
Relation is situation we are in. Don't be thinking, we are still going to make money. So are you telling me if I make money halfway now, the next goal is to set, okay, now do you arrange it now? After making money, little money, I'll have to go on the date.
No.
You know what I want? Mati score, go Mati one.
Which go?
Oh.
I don't.
You get it, my guy. You get it.
He did not get it. No, but seriously, goals for your relationship. It could be that, okay, having lengthier conversations. Maybe you want to talk some more.
Very visible. Very visible goal. But that one is not. Is that date? That type date.
That one was my own example.
Oh, okay.
It may not be for you.
It can't be a date.
It was my own example. So, do you want to go on more dates?
What?
Ha.
Stop, you man. Why would you looking for a date?
Your room. No, yeah, like spending more time together.
Next time we chill together. Next time we chill together.
Oh, the word is the problem, I mean.
Well, that date. Go on a date.
You don't want to go on a date.
The date actually has, like I always say, it has financial implications.
You apply it.
Especially if you're a guy.
My guy.
By default.
Go where I want to. It's not that day, your man. You will settle it like that.
Oh, come on.
Work on that.
But yeah, so do you want to spend, even marriage, for some people, do you want to spend more time together with your spouse?
Yeah.
Do you want to spend more time together with your girlfriend, your boyfriend? Do you want to have conversations about certain things? Do you want to improve conflict resolution, like the way it is with your friendships? Maybe you guys will fight. You won't settle it. You will not keep quiet. You'll be doing normal.
Just continue with
that. One day, this thing will not burst again.
Yeah, one day. The next 1 hour or so.
You fight again. So what do you want your relationship and marriage to look like? How can you enrich your relationship and marriage? Then who do you need to be? What do you need to do better? Then I had an addition for singles, people who have not been in relationships, who are not in relationships, who are unmarried, who are not interested in relationships yet, but who want to be in relationships. What do you need to be better at while preparing for the relationship of your dreams?
I don't know.
Why don't you know? Why don't you know? So what do you need to do to be better while preparing to be in the relationship of your dreams? what do you need to prepare to do better. So I hope you've set a relationship or a marriage goal. You want to do things together.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, for those of you who want to get married this year, what are the things you need to put in place when you want to get married? Kumita said she doesn't know too. I hope you guys are setting goals. You are not talking again. I hope you are setting goals in all of these areas. Relationship and marriage.
Everybody quiet.
I don't understand why.
It's my hard to write like this.
You shouldn't
I know
be
the
hard.
reason why I won't write for it.
Maybe as a single person, what do you need to do while waiting? Do you need to improve your communication skills? Do you need to read more books that have to do with relationships, maybe to understand women or to understand men? Because they always see their books. Their books. Their books, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There are people you can listen to their books. Because just to have an idea. Of course, you may not have something that will be very specific, but just to have an idea of the generic way, the opposite sex thinks. If there is something peculiar to a sex in the way they think, and what do you want in a relationship? And also, before you then, how can you be more understanding of somebody else, things like that. I'm going to move on to the next area, please. I hope you said. Sorry, somebody is saying something. Sorry, wait, Fumito is saying something. Well, yes.
We don't use our eye. Don't talk with our eye. Our body don't talk out. But still.
The communication, Abby.
Yes.
I feel like it's.
You're not talking up without this like, oh, on this wide, but I where were you?
I think that's important, right?
Shoot your shot.
You cannot, because we can communicate with our eyes and our bodies and pass messages and get it.
Looking for money and be small.
Exactly. So the guys are coming up now. I know they will come up. Please, Shell is saying something. Shell, sorry, we didn't get that. Because that's what we're familiar with. That's how we communicate.
Why not communicate with your mouth?
Wait.
What's wrong with the mouth? It's always on the head. That's why we're going to improve. No, the singles, please write it down. It's one of the goals. Communication
be
with
patient.
mouth.
Have patience. That's why we're setting goals, right? In that, as a lady, or for those of us, it may not just be ladies, for those of us who speak with our eyes and our bodies, who pass messages across non-verbally, we need to learn to improve verbally, to improve our verbal communication, how to express our feelings in truth and sincerity with our words. And then maybe guys also have to learn how to, or people who are not versed with non-verbal communication, have to learn how to communicate non-verbally with, or find out how this is why you put our relationship. Let's not talk more than this. Or find out how. Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Or you find out how your non-verbal communication, because like I have a course in communication now. Coming out, and I what I've written so far, or my studies have shown that we all communicate 60% or 70% non-verbally. All of what we say, we only communicate verbally 30%. So if some of us are more versed in that non-verbal communication, you can read cues, you can read somebody's body language, improve in the learning of the body language if you have to say that I'm coming. To say that okay, this is not what this person actually meant. And then also improving your verbal communication, because all communication is important. So especially if you're in a relationship with someone else, or you're looking to be in a relationship with somebody else, you have to learn what works for them more. If they are, or even while preparing to be in a relationship, if they are more non-verbal communicators, and you are more of a verbal communicator, just find the middle gap and find out who you are and how you can bridge that gap. This is not hard. It's not hard. Marcus, what are you going to say?
You mentioned non-verbal communication, signs and sign language.
Body language. I know the sign language. Body language.
I think that the most how do I put it, accurate and easy to predict, easy to navigate type of communication is verbal, yeah? So you can pick other ones. One has to be sub, one has to be main. So the main is verbal, Abi.
For you?
For me? How can your sub be the, how can your main be, how can you, as long as you have, are you saying that some people's main form of communication is
some people could be more non-verbal than verbal.
That's true.
It may be strange to you, which is why you have to learn to be.
I think it's straight for guys actually.
That's what I'm saying. If it's more guys who are non-verbal,
because we don't have to be verbal. Nobody asks anybody else that girls do sign language.
We do sign language.
No, that.
Ladies ask guys out with sign language. That's how Yoruba people will say mofojuso, mofaraso.
You see, the thing is, you can use sign language. And I feel like, let me just use a try.
It's just give a shot. That's it. Most body language only gives you a hint. Hints could be misinterpreted, funny enough. They're very easy to misinterpret. However, verbal language is one that gives you. You say you said it. You get my point. So that's why I said I feel like the verbal is supposed to be the main. So we're supposed to learn the sub when you can't pick up from the verbal. The person refuses to do the verbal, you cannot pick up. But the verbal is supposed to be the that we just neglect the verbal.
But what I feel is that instead of waiting to find out somebody who this person is, maybe I cannot understand what they are saying, or I don't know how to speak this up now, let me go and learn. How about just knowing it all, as in having a basic understanding of verbal communication? Even when people are talking, sometimes people say things and the other party still hears something else. It's part of communication.
Okay.
It's part of learning communication, effective communication. Sometimes someone says something and you are not hearing, you are misinterpreting what they are saying.
You're not listening.
So active listening is also a form of communication. So all of those things you can imbibe it for your relationship and marriage. Hey, Fumito says she has used a mouth once, She shot her short and upped pillow for weeks. Oh,
we're sorry on behalf of.
We're very sorry on behalf of whoever it is who shot your shot.
Don't be discouraged.
But don't be discouraged.
Go again.
Yes, you can do it.
I speak again too.
Speak again, shoot your shot again. Yes, we move.
Yeah.
And you try again. You try again. Oh.
I don't think guys actually do that. Oh, it's like the order of the day.
Sorry, you guys, sorry. What did you say?
I said, I want to ask you because
Okay.
sometimes there's this concept of people keeping each other up, and that's what makes sense.
Okay.
Probably we are friends with someone and they think they like you, or they're trying to have like some motivations in your head.
Okay.
You might want to put boundaries as well, so
Okay.
like check and balance
Okay.
emotions and feelings. So that's what I learned next.
True.
You might want to try that as a goal. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I get it.
Can you explain what you can you?
There are people who are your friends and all that,
Okay.
and you can see that they are having imaginations that you wouldn't entertain.
Okay.
So you create boundaries to
Okay.
check that on your end.
Okay.
You get so that you don't leave them on and actually get them first.
Okay. So that's the way. Hi Lara. Welcome. Sorry, Sean, I didn't get you.
It's not really good. It's really watching matches.
It's not much.
Okay, gold. You said like what?
It's like
Defining your.
You have to run with it.
I can barely hear you. Can anybody else hear gold? Defining the relationship. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question about this
Thank you, Lumina.
defining relationships.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's very important. So that can also be a goal. Maybe there's someone you already have in your space and you feel like, oh, this person, I'm not entirely sure of what this person is doing. So you want to define and let the person know that, okay, this is not who we are, or this is who we are. You understand? So yes, that can be a goal. What are we? The age-old question. We are persons in the other creator. So our next area to set a goal in is health and wellness. What is the current status of your health? How can you improve it? What do you need to do? You don't know.
We don't know the current status of our health.
If you don't know the current state of your health, a goal can be to find out the current state of your health. Like somebody who was talking about they want to do a full body checkup. That can be something that can be a goal. So doing a full body checkup, eating better can be a goal, or eating different. Exercising can be a goal. How often do you want to exercise? Keeping fit. Meditating, wellness, yes.
It's very, very important.
Yes.
It's very important. You just calm yourself down.
Meditation.
Just calm your brain down. Things will pop up.
Yeah.
I'm saying about I've done it and I've worked a long time. Just sit.
So you can include that.
No, doing upward position.
No, just sit. Just sit down.
That meditation is okay for me. But in Begla, don't say acrobatics.
It's just to help
Are you okay?
That's another way. Yoga. Getting involved with yoga.
Is it exercise? What exercise is it? Don't let me just.
You can be in your forward on your own man.
Yeah. Abstaining from unhealthy foods. Yes.
Okay, no,
are you cutting down on maybe you're cutting down on certain drinks, you're cutting down on certain foods, reducing, greasy foods, if that's what's important for you. Abstaining from unhealthy foods can be a goal. So please highlight your health and wellness goal, what you want to do. Take more water. Thank you, Lumina. Take more water. For some people, that has to be a goal. Take more water.
Like, okay.
Sorry, Sean, I didn't get that.
I have to be completely tested.
I have to tell you
You put in dollars to hear What? We can hear you now. Okay. 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 Yes, Coca-Cola. Yeah. Yes, I'm staying from lactose if you are lactose intolerant. I'm sending all your milk my way. Yes. I want. I can do that. What's the name?
S818 or something like that.
Okay. So, please just take note of your goals for.
What are going to be my goals this year? If you are checking out already.
Can we have someone try to talk?
I think I'm looking to
Please, for those of you that okay, Sean, let me give you that task. Can you please try to say something? We just connected to a different device and want to ensure that we can hear you clearly. Can you try again? Yes, we can hear you. Thank you so much for that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. We just tried a different device for listening. So thank you. Alright. Okay. Okay. So health and wellness. That's, I hope we've all set goals in that area. Yeah. We're going to the next one now, which is money, finance, and wealth. Like it was intentional. Because if we put this one before relationship, we'll not live here. It's the last area that we are looking at, and we're only going to spend 5 minutes.
Want to go out and date?
5 minutes. It's only 5 minutes we are spending on this area of our lives.
Oh, you want to go out and date without doing this one?
Money, finance, and wealth. How much do you want to have this year? Saved, invested. How much do you want to make?
What's the clash with that and then achievement and success?
Achievement and success does not necessarily have to do with money. It's beyond money. Achievement is what gives you fulfillment. At the end of your days, what do you want to look back and say you have done? Now, if you have that big picture, how can you scale it down to every year? That's not an achievement. That's not an achievement. Okay, so money, finance, and work is different from achievement and success. That's why I actually had to ask, for some people it may not be different. It's why I asked, what does success mean to you? What does achievement mean to you? We cannot use our own definition of success to determine what other people determine or classify as success. So for money, finance, and wealth, how much money do you want to have? How much money do you want to have saved? How much money do you want to have invested? How much money do you want to make?
I want to add 2 zeros.
You want to add 2 zeros to your portfolio, to your salary. Okay, that's a goal. So how much would that be in actual figure? Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. How much would that be? Add 2 zeros to your current salary. When do you want to start making that in this year? What day do you want to start making that in this year? Okay? What do you need to do to make that? What do you need to do to get there? Finance is the general, financial behavior you have. So finance is how you save, how you make money, how you spend money. Do you want to reduce your spending?
Yes, very important.
Do you want to increase your giving? How you give?
How do you use my spending?
So what do you want to reduce it to? How much are you spending now? Or what percentage of your income are you spending now? And what can you reduce it to?
You always thought of it at first. I think I spend like 25,000 per month.
In a month. So what do you want to reduce it to? And how can you achieve that?
I'm not going out.
Write it down. Write it. I'm not going to judge your decisions. Just write it down. Write it down. Write it down. What habits do you need to imbibe or improve on? Your giving, your spending, your investing behavior. What choices do you need to make? Who do you need to consult? That's your financial behavior with finance. Wealth, your general portfolio. How many portfolios do you have? What is the variation of your portfolios? Do you want to expand your portfolios from just naira to naira and dollar, or from naira and dollar to naira, dollar and pounds or euros, or from that to yen to cryptocurrency?
Nobody should go yen. How would you go yen?
You can go yen. That's how you have to consult somebody that knows. So do you want to go yen? Do you want to do cryptocurrency? Do you want to expand that? Do you want to do bonds? Maybe it may be in Nigeria or international bonds. Do you want to do money markets? Do you want to have forex? Do you want to, those are the things that you need to look at and set as goals. Alright, for money, finance, and wealth. If you are setting a goal in that area, let me know by signifying. Just let me know that you have set a goal in that area. Just put the message on the chat box, or you just mention something here. If you have set a goal in that area.
Yeah.
Hi Lara.
You want to buy land this year?
Yeah, do you want to, that's part of investment. Do you want to own land, properties? I said I was going to share something with you guys, Kiddy and some of you. And, do you want to explore mortgage options? So those are things that you need to write down. Alright? Okay, Pamela has set that goal. Who else has set a goal? Who else has set a goal? Margaret has set a goal. Toyib has set a goal.
I've not written a goal.
For this area, write a goal. Are you still thinking? Okay. Show and set. I like this energy. I like Focus's energy. Set. Fabulous.
Yeah.
James, have you set a goal?
So how much have to make?
Yes.
No.
Who is there? Please come in.
Yeah, I'm not yet.
Hiyo. In the last year. Did you join virtually?
Yes.
Aha. I guess that's what I saw him. Yes.
He's here for the Chapman.
Welcome. Please give him Chapman if he's here for the Chapman. We have Ayomide here. Do we need to open the door a bit? I feel like the noise will not come now. We need some fresh air. Can we just open the door? It's still recording. I'm still recording. Okay, for me to accept that goal is money. Our money is flying. The emoji she put, our money is flying. Okay, so we have 1 minute more for us to focus on this goal, and then I'll just review the other areas for those people who joined us late or who are just joining us. The other areas of life that we needed to set goals in. You can just note them, and I'll just share with you. Okay. So let's get started. Let's go back to the top. Let's review what we've done today. Today we introduced ourselves, talked about our name, our HIV status, and our COVID status. Your name because that's your identifier, HIV status and COVID status because it's important to know where you stand with your health. And I'm trying to share that with everybody to ensure that we are focused, we are conscious about our status and how our health affects the health of the people around us. Also something unique about you because you are a different, unique being, and we celebrate that. Okay, we also talked about what a vision board party is and our expectations for today. So I hope so far that your expectations have been met. Alright. And we went on to look at 2021 in review, the good, the bad, the lesson. What was good about last year for you? What was bad about last year for you? Because you could have had something bad about last year for you. And what was the lesson you took away from last year? The lesson you took away from last year. What was important about 2021? Because it's important for you to look at what worked in the past year to be able to chart, what's working or what will work in this coming year and what you can improve on. We went on to talk about the areas of life that we're going to be looking at. Started, and then we also talked about our goals being smart. Okay, our goals being smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. And I used the example of a chocolate cupcake, baking a chocolate cupcake or baking a cake. It's specific in that you want to build a chocolate cupcake. That's specificity. Specificity. English language has done me specificity. Okay, measurable in that you want to bake 6 cupcakes, 6 chocolate cupcakes. Achievable in that you don't have to import chocolates from outside Africa within the time frame that you want to do it. Realistic in that you can interact with your physical senses, you can see results, you can actually see tangible results. Time bound in that you want to do it at the end of the week, so you have a date set for each goal that you have set. Okay, so review the goals that you have set or the goals that you're going to set and ensure that they are time bound, realistic, achievable, measurable, and specific. So the areas of life that we're starting with is self-esteem. We started with self-esteem rather, and we looked at what we needed to do to improve our self-esteem in this year. What do you do well? How do you reinforce? So for some people it may be that you want to change your affirmations, you want to change the things you tell yourself. Okay, I don't want to quickly check if anybody has comments. Okay, self-esteem. You want to check if one thing you are doing to make yourself proud every day, or that you can do to make yourself proud every day, and how you can change situations or improve situations that usually make you feel nervous. We went on to fun, recreation, and rest, where we set goals and we looked at activities and hobbies that can help us, take a break from our everyday life. What is fun for you? And I also shared my theory, or the theory that I'm trying to explore about brain work and physical work or hand work, where if you're doing brain work usually, if that's your work, your hobbies or something that is fun for you should be things that are physical. And if you're doing physical work more, your hobbies should be things that are mental, things that you have to just use your mind for. And then how often do you need to rest? How long do you need to go for rest? Someone like me, another fun recreation and rest goal that I usually set for myself is going on trips. So I love to travel, and we actually have some trips planned for this year that we hope to share with everyone. Okay? Then we went on to work, career and business. What do you need to achieve by the end of this year? What do you need to add to your existing skill set? What business do you need to start? What areas of your business need to improve? What areas of your work need to improve? How can you improve your delivery? Do you usually deliver 2 clothes every week? Now can you deliver 3? Do you only take on 3 students extra lessons in class? Now can you do 5? Those are goals that you may want to set for work, career and business. Excuse me. Then we went on to friendship and social network, where we talked about who is in your circle, who do you need to be in your circle, and who do you need to be to improve your circle. If you're not here, this is a time for you to write that out, as a goal. Who do you need to be in your circle? Who is in your circle right now? Then we went on to energy, passion, and power. What excites you? What gives you ginger? What gives you that boost? What depresses you and you need to do away with it? What can you do, passionately and with fervor without expecting a reward? How often can you do that to boost your energy, to boost your passion? Okay? Then we went on to spirituality and security. What activities reassure you and center your beliefs or your being? What do you need to know about what, and how can you know it? What do you need to stop doing? What do you need to start doing? We went on again to achievement and success, where we talked about what success means to you. Who do you want to be? What can you do this year to take you closer to being that person? What can you do every day to take you closer to being that person that you want to be? Look back at the end of your days and say, yes, this is what I did in this life. We went on to peace and contentment and asked, what informs your peace? How can you guard your peace? How can you cultivate your peace? What do you need to do to be contented with life? The life that you're leading. Then came home and family. Who makes up your family? What are the things you want to do in your family to improve relations in your family? How you are in your family? Who do you want to help in your family? Who do you want to push in your family? What do you want to contribute to your family? Do you want to increase the the collective purchasing power of your family? What can you do about the situation of your family? How can you improve or maintain the relationship and beauty that you have in your family? Then we went on to relationship and marriage, where some people were talking about dating or not dating, the perks, the benefits, and the disadvantages of dating. And we talked about what you want your relationship or your marriage to look like. And for single people, I asked, what do you need to be better at in preparation for the relationship of your dreams? Okay? Then we went to health and wellness, where we talked about the state of your health, what you can do without, or what you are going to do without, what you are going to do more of. Meditation, we talked about meditation, we talked about exercising, and then we talked about feeding what we eat. Then we went to money, finance, and health, where we talked about how much you want to have. Somebody wanted to add 2 zeros to his current salary. What does he need to do that? What habits do you need to imbibe as a financial culture or behavior? Save more, invest more, spend less, spend more. Because for some people it could be that they don't spend. Okay, yes, we've come across people who don't spend. So do you need to spend more? Maybe more on yourself, or more on certain things, more on certain areas of your life. And then what can you do for your wealth portfolio? Do you want to expand it? Next, we are now going to vision board. So far, I want us to just share really quickly what your year is looking like, looking at the goals that you have set. Do we have anybody here who wants to share? If you're online and you'd also like to say something, just let me know, and then I'll just call out your name, and then you'd unmute your mic. Alright, so what's your year looking like so far? My Grace, you're my...
What's my year looking like? From what perspective?
From the goals you set.
Okay. My year is looking very fine.
Okay.
Looking very pretty.
Pretty.
It's been quite, I think that I'm going to have a lot of work to do this year, no?
You have a lot of work to do this year.
Plenty.
Okay. Okay.
However, because we've already spoken about self-esteem,
Okay.
I think the rest part is actually quite interesting.
Okay.
Because of the kind of things I do.
Okay.
You know, if the work is quite bulky like this, there's a chance that you get burned out, and if you get a burnout in a year, that's the end of that year.
Okay.
Probably that you get your goals done is very, very soon.
Okay.
So,
so you have to be conscious about the rest.
Yeah, so the rest part is actually, I might even have to review it. The rest part is actually quite important to me for the year.
Okay.
Then, I think friends and social network, we talk about fighting. I do include it.
Fighting. Include it.
No,
We have to fight
I'll
this year.
include it. So what career and business? Fight.
He wants to fight physically.
Oh, that's a goal.
Yes. In friendship and social network. Be watching. You also know who his true friends are. Because I believe you. Oh God. Who do you want to beat? Have you seen you? Have you seen me?
I don't even think I have strength for fighting.
Okay.
Or any kind of fighting.
Okay.
However, I think one of the more important parts for me would be home and family, and then the career part. Because both of them actually the career part goes into finance.
It goes into finance, of course.
Yeah. So this year I would say finance, home and family, and also work career and business.
Okay.
They are quite important.
Okay.
I think they take priority.
Okay.
Energy, passion, and power. We need power.
Yeah,
So they will be directly under. Well, I would have preferred to put them in another category so that they don't have a feeling. But I think that energy and power, the way you explained it, actually, let me see. The way I would interpret what you explained was that particular part would determine how you would be able to fuel going consistently going at your goals throughout the year. So if you have a very, very decent source of energy and power, then it makes achieving your goals actually more feasible, because it means that you can keep going at them regularly, consistently, daily, and consistency is really everything when it comes to work. I think that's where I'm at.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Anybody else want to share what their goals are looking like?
Mr. James.
This is the part where you actually don't hide your face. This is the part where we actually, now go into cutting out magazines or crafting out things that represent each goal that we have set, and then do a vision board that we can put somewhere we can see every day for the year, so that we have our vision in sight. But I'm going to leave that as an assignment to you. For graphic designers, you can decide to design, these goals. You can decide to design these goals as a vision board. Find things that represent the goals that you have set. Okay. So setting these goals you have set, designing it as an image and putting it somewhere that you can consistently see, so that you have that good insight. But what's your year looking like? You can share that with us in the chat box, while I want to round up now, I believe.
Yes. Good time to round up.
Oh, for those of you who have a match, I didn't realize there was a match today. So I'd like to round up while everybody shares, what their goals are looking like. So like I mentioned before, for some of us, we talked about procrastination being a major thing, focus, procrastination, losing track of our goals. So for one thing I want you to do right now, if you are not going to do a vision board where you have all your goals in one place, even if it's written out, I want you to have those goals either in picture, in written mode, in any way, in any medium, and put it somewhere that you can never lose it. I would recommend Google Drive, or you can also give one or two people in your life that you trust access, so that even when you can't access it, they can access it for you, so that consistently we'll be able to look at it. And because of that, we're going to be having, or I'll be creating a goals accountability group on Telegram. Okay, so we'll be meeting monthly to review where we are with each goal. It's a monthly subscription, but you can also do an annual subscription. Monthly you pay 5,000 naira, annually 40,000 naira, to join, to be on the group and stay consistently. There will be some perks because there'll be other products we'll roll out. But aside from that, this is your chance, your opportunity to be in a circle of people who are driven and who are staying on track with the goals that they have set, who are not going to look back and say, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. No, you're going to stay on track with your goals. And if you need help, if you feel like you're losing sight, you're losing track, you can always, send in a message, encouragement, questions, keeping you on track. Alright, so we're going to have that. We would have it every Sunday. The actual meeting will be every Sunday on Telegram, every last Sunday rather of the month, except for December, where we're going to have a party. And we're going to make that party physical, but we'll also look for a way to engage you virtually. So there'll be the December party where we're celebrating the goals that we've been able to do. So look forward to that party on a big scale. Other ways you can engage me or Frennie. What did you say? Ghana. We are going to go to Ghana, but we will not do the party in Ghana. Or we may not do the party in Ghana. We may have something similar in Ghana, but the main party we will do it in Nigeria. Don't worry. Except we take on a private jet. Except we take on a private jet. Okay. So so we're not going to have this Ghana jollof, Nigeria jollof war.
There's no war.
Okay.
War about
Okay.
war.
We're not doing it today. So
War is where people are having equality. I mean,
oh God.
you've seen the state of.
So the other thing we're going to do, or the other way you can engage is to take part in taster sessions. So I'm leaving room for free sessions, coaching sessions, strategy sessions. If you need 30 minutes just to have a taste of what it means to be coached by me or to be coached at all, so you get to understand why you don't wink at me. You get to have that experience where you're able to, perhaps you already have set goals, or you want to set goals, or you're having stumbling blocks and you like to chart a path forward. This is a good opportunity. Throughout January, it will be Thursday and Friday, so you can just reach out to me. I'm supposed to send in my number, or a way for you to chat with me, so that hopefully you can just copy the link, and then when we are done, you can send me a message, and then you can just book your own spot if you want for a taster session. So it's like, what it means is like when you go wine tasting, or you go what's it called? You either go wine tasting or you go food tasting, where you have a sample, right, of what the full package is, what the full experience is. That is what I'm offering with the taster session. So you can reach out to me, I'll send a message, and you can reach out to me to have yours. Then of course there are paid coaching sessions, paid strategy sessions that you can get involved in. You can also reach out to me to know more about that. And finally, we have Creative Africa Talk. This is just the products we have for now. There are other things that have been in the works that we've been working on, but we're going to take it a step at a time. My goals are to see that this year 3,000 young Africans be more productive in their lives and work. So I'm looking to working with 3,000 young people of African descent in this year. That is my goal. So you can like to be part of the 3,000. I'll start counting. I'm starting to count already. See them. I'm starting to count. So it's going to be through this, accountability group, taster sessions, coaching sessions, strategy sessions, businesses. I've not set a goal for the number of businesses I want to work with, but man, I'm open. Those are my goals for the year. So another way that we're going to be engaged is through something I call the Creative Africa Tour, where we get to travel and tour parts of Africa. We're going to have 2 local tours. It will be in Nigeria. 2 local tours will be in Nigeria, southwest Nigeria. So the first one is called Hills and Streams. We climb mountains, we play in water. That's basically for that. Then the second one is palaces and groves. So we go to palaces, we go to forests, places that have history. Some people are not interested. Places that are, we're going to palaces. So I'm looking at us going to, one of the biggest palaces in Africa. It's in southwestern Nigeria, the Owo Palace. I think it's the biggest. It was the biggest for a very long time. No, you won't enter anyway. So you go, you'd enjoy yourself. That's palaces and groves. And of course, the local tours are more. The local tours. I'm sure the other people that want to go, you will not kill me. The local tours are of course more affordable than the international tour. Not the general, the international tour. So the international tour, we're going to Benin, we're going to Togo, and we're going to Ghana. So we're exploring 3 countrysides, going to markets. We're going to interact with people from those countries and just have a good time, and also do some exercises that are supposed to get us, re-energize you. These tours are really for us to recreate, re-energize, regenerate our chakras and our minds, and explore, new places, what did you say? What did you say? I've seen a little bit of Naruto now, I'm just not very interested in it. So, just explore new places, new food. I like food. I really enjoy food. I'm a big food taster person, and I enjoy cooking too. So we're going to have a good time there. So those are the ways you can engage. I'm going to send a number that you can chat with me on, okay? So that don't worry, we're working on a company basis, but because this was pretty personal for me, I just sent the link to everyone. So you can copy this link, and then after this call, you can share with me what you'd be interested in. This is the part where I ask you how today has been for you, what you're looking at, what's going on for you, and what you'd like more of. It's 5:33. You're not leaving here until we are through. Oh, barely. So what was today like for you? For those who joined virtually, for those who were here physically, what was this experience like for you? What do you want more of? What do you want less of? What do you want us to do again? I'd really appreciate your feedback. I'd really appreciate your feedback now. James, what was today like for you?
What was it like? It was insightful.
Insightful. In what way?
Like the questions that
Okay.
you asked, like the question that you like open your mind to new possibilities.
Okay.
Looking at things.
Okay.
Like insightful.
Insightful for you. Okay.
You kind of like broadened understanding of certain areas.
Okay.
I use it as well.
That is.
It's your thing, right?
Anyway,
Oh,
so
boss guy.
yeah, that's it.
Okay. For fun. Ayomide.
I've never experienced this.
Ah, really? Nice. I'm glad this was good for you. Edmond.
It's not like your daily routine, yes or no?
It's not.
No.
Is it your daily routine? It's not.
Somehow.
I don't do that. I don't encourage like that.
I don't think it's better than usually we set goals for me.
Oh, okay.
Because usually you write goals and then you write them in lists. At least this is more structural and strategic when you set it, and then it doesn't make it look like it might still be the same number, but it doesn't make it look like a chunk of goals together. Now okay, this is just for spiritual, I'm just doing one thing. So when you're thinking spiritual, this is you are focusing on one thing. When you are doing financial, so you are focusing on one thing. So at least it makes it more practical and easy to apply or look forward to that.
People don't know how happy I wish, okay, I hope your voice came through. Edmond is my brother, by the way, my younger brother, and I always feel like he's one of the geniuses in our family. So for him to say these things, I'm feeling like,
I feel like
somebody just sprayed me money.
Really killing Papi.
Lara, did you join virtually at all?
I tried, but
Connecting. Okay.
it was insightful. Yes, I want to use that word too.
Borrow.
I like I like the fact that yes, I have everything in my head, but I like that because I'm hearing it now, yes, it's making it easier for me to put it down and just start this like this is it. Then the questions that are coming under each section. How much do I want to make? How am I going to make it? Do I want to do this? I want to do that? Yes, I like the questions.
I mean, please go and watch your match. My Grace, what was it like for you today?
It's wonderful. It was eye-opening. It was
One cup. You guys say one cup.
I'm looking for a word that summarizes it. I think insightful does it. It gives a lot of perspective to things in such a way that that helps put things in the light which they should be. It also helps to see things that are probably not seen before.
Okay.
Yeah, put things that I would normally not consider as important, and I put them in a very, very good light. And also has actually shown me how goals can be quite workable from the onset.
Yeah.
And very, very interesting. Goal setting can be very, very stressful if you are doing it alone. This one has
as you grow, makes it easier.
Makes it much easier and more interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So we'll do more of group goal setting rather than individualistic. Okay. Fantastic. Fumito says 3 words describe what a year looks like. Solidified with grace. Fantastic. Hard work, consistency, and financial stability. Awesome. Please, I would like your feedback from the virtual community as well about what this was like for you. Okay, you stumbled on this. I need to read that. Who shared the link to the meeting on your status? Is that Dami? Is it Dami that shared it with you? I'd like to know what today was like for you. While we just please add some music. Okay, Dr. Yems. Oh, I didn't know she also shared it on her status. Oh, fantastic. For everybody that shared it, really, thank you. I feel like this was all the more interesting with everybody who got to come in. Everybody I got to meet. I'm very excited by today. All these football freaks here. Today was very insightful. It was very interesting for me. This is not the first group goal setting, thing that I've done, but this was definitely the first in a long while. So it was pretty interesting for me. It told me that I still have it. If I can say that, so it was really interesting for me. I like the conversation. I like the organicness. The organicity. Hey,
that's not we do like this.
I like the organic nature of today's meeting. How we're able to just share and talk. I'm looking for a way to download the messages. The chats we had. I'm not sure I can do that though. So thank you so much for joining in. I'll play music while I'm still listening to or waiting for your feedback. And if you're signing out to, just sign out. If you'd like to say a few words, this is your opportunity. You can, unmute your mic and just share with us, what you think. And I'm very excited to have done this. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Looking forward to hearing from you now. Okay.
Have you disconnected?
No, I haven't. So
On the Bluetooth,
oh, okay, the Bluetooth. Yeah, I can do that. Thank you, Dr. Yen, for sharing. Thank you, Dami, for sharing. Thank you, everybody that shared. Fumiko, we have talk because I have to give you what you requested for. You're the only one that requested for something within my capacity, right? Everybody here drinks. You said that you were saying BTC. You have no right to ask for anything because you are not in the virtual community. Only those who could not join physically get to ask for something.
I'm the DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
You won't pay your DJ?
No.
Really?
Yes.
You are supposed to be the coach. Financial goals.
Okay.
You are breaking them already in my front.
I'm not breaking your goals.
You are spoiling this now.
I did not
spoil it. You are not paying me.
I am doing my bit. Okay, so thank you guys for joining in. We'd like to hear your voices. For those people who've not heard your voices at all,
where is Yams?
Lumina, we only heard your voice once. We'd like to hear you. Damn me. Oh my, I hope it's locked. Please call Aladi. For you to
Oh, that's what you're trying to do. Is this a recording?
I hope so. I hope so. Okay, this is Danny. After today, I believe with consistency and focus, it will be a great year. I smell focus. I smell success with you, my darling. I smell success with you. We're seeing it, and we're not just going to smell it. We're seeing it already. Our five senses experience it. Okay, so let me know how you want me to come in helping you achieve your goals. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for every one of you. I really wish there was a way to record these messages, really. I really, really do wish so. I mean, I'm seeing some things here that I don't want to miss out on. It's a video of the year. It's like I can already see it starting the year for me. You know.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So do we have anything? Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes, Lumina says thank you for your time and contributions. This class helped me by making me reflect with the many questions I had to answer. We're very happy to have helped you, Lumina. We hope this was insightful for you. Thank you so much for joining in. It's been lovely to meet you, lovely to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. Who else? Disconnected, you can connect. Yeah, lovely to meet you too. I think Sean is trying to tell us something.
Like an appropriate after planning something.
Imagine. Our dad, our friend,
DJ.
you also be toast.
DJ Margrace. Sean is trying to say something.
No, I'm just saying thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining in. Glad to have had you. Thank you for joining in. Sorry? I should add small BTC to the thank you. You should sprinkle BTC for me now. Why are you people doing like this? Why? 0.5 BTC. You can do it. Should I give you my wallet address? I can make do as well. You guys think you're the only ones that want BTC. I can make do as well now. I can really make do. Okay.
Don't pay my face balance.
I should not pay my grace's balance.
She's the one that spoiled the music is playing now. She's the one that spoiled everything. Yeah, I can go home and pay. Complete this new year.
It's not
yes.
real.
Bill everybody. Anybody, anyhow.
Yeah, they come here. The Okada guys don't know. They don't even want to see my face. They go, can't tell you double the money usually. I'm like, bros.
We're still in Nigeria.
January 2. Calm down.
Everybody's trying to meet their financial goals, whether they are riding motorcycles or they are taxi drivers.
They've been increasing this thing over and over again, and this guy is still doing no change financially. It just opens my eyes to the fact that changing financial status is actually not really dependent.
It's not just on how much you are making, yes. It's how you manage money.
Yes,
a personal financial management course is coming out. No to Sapa.
Probably
yes,
sponsored
it's coming
out by yours truly.
It's coming out. It's coming out this month.
Partially inspired.
And
we need to
partially
manage your finance.
I mean, maybe you don't go enter.
So a lot of it covers actually that it's not just what we make that determines our financial capacity. It's also how we manage what we have.
The amount of financial education and intelligence.
Yes, financial intelligence you have, financial education you have, and that's what we're looking to solve. So we're having that as well. It's going to be a fun year. It's even video, so you watch as you go.
Okay.
Just watch as you go. So you enjoy video. You'll be hearing my voice a lot.
You'll
be hearing my voice.
Not them anyway.
But yeah, increase the music so people can get dancing.
You cannot win that much.
I look forward to seeing your goal charts, your goal boards, your big goals, your goals in HD. Seeing your goals in HD so that we know in 10K. So we know what's up. If it's video you want to do for your goals too, look forward to seeing that. Really look forward to seeing that. Music please. Let me go respond to messages.
You wonder what's inside the cup. It's red cup. No. I always want what not is any drinking in the cup.
I like it because you can use the pattern and pretend that you're making a pop-up.
Yeah. I remember my
dance some more this year. Everybody should dance some more this year.
So I took a seat. Next thing I don't go around like spilling the drink. This is not what I said. Like I'm a guy, you don't want my drink. What is that?
Sometimes when we finish our master's class, we didn't hang out. So they went to one, our bar. They have one bar there, so they already brought vodka. Those guys are mixing it. I'm looking at it. This thing bad, I'm not going to drink it. You don't know that there's also going to do the vodka. So I found out that they have cranberry. So I bought cranberry. And you said it was only cranberry that was there. And the color was quite different because everybody was on the table. So I think it's good too. You know that Poco, the color just brown. I was so happy. So we're like, let's do this. So the guy, his own was more blue kind of than why don't be like
for some people, that's it.
I don't know. Anything that will beat your common sense in the public, I think you should stay away from it.
Dance forms fun, recreation and rest. Forms health and wellness, fitness. What else?
Dance?
If you dance well, you can make money from it. If you can dance, you can make money from it. It has tried, we've done well. You can make money from dance. No, I've not stopped. You can make money from dance. Come and dance now. We have till 6 a.m. I said 6 a.m. 6 p.m. You can dance and show the virtual, even though the virtual people are supposed to be dancing and showing us what we are doing.
Mama, damn, you dance so.
She's left. She's left the conversation.
I feel like I should learn how to dance.
That can be a learning goal. Yeah.
I don't know how to dance.
It's not your blood.
I can't dance to save my life.
You want to join the dance crew? Yes, now it can be an achievement goal. Energy, passion, and power. Dance really is everything.
I just don't feel natural in moments.
Yes,
even though it's so natural.
As long as you're enjoying yourself.
You are traumatizing.
Edmond, come and dance.
You are traumatizing me,
This
my
is
guy.
what Edmond's dance will be
I
like.
beg.
Everybody should come and dance. Come and dance into the screen. Let people see. Oh yeah, come. DJ my Grace, take the lead. Oh yeah.
I'm not in my DJ position.
No. Your DJ position. They are not mixing anything. Oh yeah, DJ.
I'm scratching.
You are not scratching anything. Oh yeah. You have just few minutes. You push to come and dance. Hey. You push to make it a party now. Don't make it just. Make it a party.
We don't do camera.
Everybody that is on, Seth. Fumita, we want to see you dancing. We want to see your face. Lumina, we want to see your face. They cannot see you. That way we are waving. They cannot see you. Shell, please, we want to see you dancing. Come and dance. Come and dance. Shell, please, we want to see you dancing. Don't just show us video. I shall show you.
We need to see you, sir.
Somebody left me after I said they should come and dance. Fumita, please, want to see you dancing. Want to see your face.
It's because I want to see me. I'm not seeing
She
you.
left.
Okay.
She left. Sheon, you are the only one left. Oh, Fumita is back. Fumita wants to see you dance. Oh.
I'm crying.
Okay, we're asking, so are you an elevation girl? Do you go to elevation church? Network. He has gone with the network.
She said, no, I don't.
Oh, because that was a very common elevation phrase, making greatness common.
But I have friends who
Oh, very lovely to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard so.
Our music has gone. So we'll be signing out now. Thank you guys so much for joining
It's
in.
very lovely to meet everyone.
Very lovely to meet you.
Bye.
Did you catch the link so you can send me a message privately?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Alright. I'll see you in the DMs. Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining. Oluwaseun Fatukasi. He left me. Great. So this is the end of this video. This one should be on YouTube. So thank you. This is what I'm looking at now.
Jeez,
This
man.
one is being recorded. And we're taking it to YouTube. Thank you for joining us. They are red cups, but they are very awesome drinks in it.
Bye.
I'm not an alcoholic. We had a good time.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully I'll go to dance and go and stop the football freaks because they left the meeting.
Who is this one?
Do I know?
Who is this
I
one?
hope this video was impactful for you. I hope this helps you. And if you have any more questions, I'll put a way for you to communicate with me or chat with me in the comment section or the caption below. What else am I supposed to say? What else should I say?
Adios.
Adios, amigos.
Lots of, wish you all the best. Achieving
Hasta
your
luego.
goals
What is hasta
this
luego?
year.
Hey God, my
No.
Spanish. You should have learning
Is it
Spanish.
hasta luego? No. I don't know. Hasta,
No, it's not for you. It's hasta luego, but the meaning, you
what
know.
is hasta la vista?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, guys.
Adios.